welcome to the Genre of Your Life podcast, a show all about movies, TV, and why we love entertainment. Episode number 26. I am one of your hosts, Doug Jones. With me, as always, are my fantastic co-hosts and two of my closest friends, starting with Mr. Nick Johnson. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm very, very good. How are you doing?
I'm good, my friend. Happy to be here, man. We are at the end of August, and that means ain't nothing coming out for the next few weeks.
Indeed.
Last but not least, coming out from Chicago, Mr. Joel Kindlin. How are you, my good sir?
I'm good, man. Just chilling. We're happy to be here with y'all and, get to rant and talk about all the shit we love and hate.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Amen to that. And most importantly, you all here, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in this week. As always, guys, you can find the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, or your favorite podcast platform of choice. We also have the full audio show on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Midway Avenue Productions. While you're there on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcasts, leave a review, leave a rating, hit that follow, subscribe button. It helps us out so much. We're growing our numbers. We just hit 10K, which has been a huge, thanks to you all. With the summer has been a great, few months of just reviewing movies, shows coming out. We had a big summer of things constantly coming out. And now with the strike, it's going to be a little bit more slowed down a bit, here and there. So reviews here and there, but it won't be as freaking as it was over the summer when everything was coming out of constantly. But thank you all so much for your support. Alrighty, guys. As I mentioned too, I know it's always at the end of August. I feel like, Nick, Joe, you talked about a few months ago, is just that we're coming to a halt now of because of the strikes, but also because of it's end of the summer, it's early fall, that we have nothing really coming out for a while. Equalizer 3 is coming out next week, but other than that, it's gonna be nothing after that for a fat minute. So, I think I haven't seen the movie yet. I don't think y'all have either, but I know Blue Beetle had a big flop at the box office, unfortunately.
Not surprising.
Yo, did it?
Yeah, man.
I heard some people were saying it was pretty good. That's crazy.
I heard it was pretty good too.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm sure it was good, but it's not surprising. They fucking, you know how many fucking commercials and trailers they had? That shit showed the whole fucking movie and a lot of the fucking big, scenes that they really didn't need to.
My
you know what I
family
mean?
is my strength. I was like, that's the end of the movie right there. I'd have seen it.
Exactly.
I'd have seen it already.
Right as the big bad guy is coming back down to attack him, he's like, my family's my strength, and then does a big power surge, man. We've seen all the animes and hero movies. Come on now. Yeah, like you showed his grandma with a big ass gun.
Real, man. It's like, what's up now.
Yeah, exactly. So I felt like no, but when we've talked about it in the past, when they do shit like that, no one wants to really go see those movies because it's just it looks hard, it looks good, but I'd rather just wait type of thing.
Yeah, it's like a little popcorn.
Yeah. And no one wants to see that, and right now, that was supposed to be the big Hispanic hero movie coming out, but they fucked up with those trailers, man. Way too much.
Yeah, and it's never good to. Well, again, we mentioned this a few months ago too about Shazam. Is that again? In the Flash too. Again, DC kind of shot us up in the foot.
Shazam, for other guys, don't get me started on that fucking movie.
Well, this a few weeks ago too. And I remember after we shot the Flash too, it was just DC kind of shot themselves in the foot of no one cares. Because you told everyone we were rebooting. So as a general audience going, you're kind of why would I invest in a franchise that's dying and going away in less than a year with a new Superman coming out in 2025? Whoops.
Yeah. And the movie just ended on such a huge question mark.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's kind of what the fuck? Because James, I'm not going to spoil it, but James Gunn said, the Flash changes some things, then some things stay the same. That's why it's not a full reboot. So he's saying how the Flash ends, it affects the DCU. So it's okay, but the way the Flash ended, that can't be how they're actually going to do it in the DCU, right? Because that would be kind of weird.
Hell no.
That's weird.
And it doesn't seem like they're going to go in that direction. So it's well, James Gunn, what the hell are you talking about? I still got faith in James Gunn.
Because if it's bad,
it's what does that mean though?
Yeah, because if it's Batman, then I have a lot of scrutiny to say towards the fucking studios. for a lot of shit that they had problems with Ben Affleck for having, which is way worse if that Batman is, the new Batman, because then it's worse than what they scrutinized Ben Affleck for, being like, we don't want him as Batman anymore, type of thing. So, but yeah, I don't think he's gonna stick to
Oh,
that.
hell no.
I think everything's gonna change because that's.
It would
I'm
be
sorry.
interesting if he did, but I kind of hope he doesn't. Like,
No,
not gonna happen.
like it would be kind of like it would because I don't know like what a James Gunn version of Batman would be like if it was that Batman. So I'm like, I feel like I could because I could see him, I could see that actor as Bruce Wayne for sure, but like the Batman is kind of questionable. So I'm thinking like, what if it's like a Batman Beyond type situation where like
'cause if
Bruce
they
Wayne
do
is
that, then
retired,
we
but he has
might.
like a sidekick that's Batman, and that's Batman Beyond with the Justice League like that.
Because if he does that, then we might have Nick Cage as Superman. Like that, I don't know. Like it wouldn't do.
I would
Like
watch. I would watch
I've
that Nick Cage Superman movie for sure. I would totally watch that.
if
Hell
they do
yeah,
it, like if they do their own
because
solo movie,
that's still like
like
you got to see at least once just to see what they do
yeah,
with it, man. That shit would be kind
yeah,
of
that
lit
would.
though.
Not gonna lie, I would watch that too. But like it has
Hell
like
yeah.
for the ongoing for the survival DC movies like Cinematic Universe, I don't see them doing that. And I know you know it too. Like I know you're
You
saying
said
like you
the
would love to see
Sandman
it, but we
universe.
both know. Huh?
You said the Sandman universe.
No, the DC cinema universe.
Oh, okay. My bad. My bad. DC
Sandman
Cinema
is
Universe.
Marvel. I know that. Don't insult me.
No, there's a DC
There's a
Sandman.
DC Sandman too.
He's a
He
D.
was created by
Oh,
Neil
wait! I
Gaiman.
saw the Netflix
He's
show. I love that
Morpheus
show.
of the Endless.
Yeah, I fucking saw that shit. That shit was dope as fuck. Their live action on
Hey,
Netflix, man, that was good.
hey, hey, listen to the audiobook on Audible. It's dope, bro. It's got a full on cast, bro. Like James McAvoy plays Morpheus, and like Taron Egerton is in it, man. Like all these actors and shit. It's dope. It's
Oh, okay.
dope.
I'll definitely check it out. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Uh, for the survival of the DC Cinematic Universe, which is already hanging on by like fucking two floss of a string. You know what I mean? Like it is pivotal that he does it smartly. So I don't think he's gonna stick to what he said about the Flash. I think everything could change, and I think a lot of people would have a lot of problems with Ezra Miller coming back as the Flash, especially, but also just like a lot of the shit that happened at the end of the Flash wouldn't make sense with who they fired and everything that the actors have been talking about. I think we're getting something different, and it's gonna be, yeah, like I said, different. I don't think he's gonna stick to it. I think for survival DC, I think he's smart. He's gonna do something completely
I'll
different.
tell you what, this too. I'm telling you now. I'm calling this now, August 24th, 2023. Come December, Aquaman 2 is going to flop. Gonna drown. No pun intended. No pun
That's
Oh,
what it
intended.
hell
sounds
yeah.
like,
No pun intended.
man.
Drown, dude. I love James Wan. I love Momoa, dude. But fuck, man, that movie's gonna flop so hard. And it was gonna like. I mean, yeah, the first one made $1 billion. Don't get me wrong. The first one made a lot of money. And I love Momoa. I love James Wan. But holy shit, man, the movie's gonna flop so hard if these last two movies.
Bro, and they really made it seem like Ben Affleck, Bruce Wayne was gonna come back because he apparently filmed a scene
Yeah.
for Aquaman 2, but now it's
And
apparently cut.
The Flash had a different ending, obviously. And then once James Gunn came in, James Gunn
Yeah, it had a couple different
James
endings, I
Gunn
think.
literally had I think what I've heard was that he literally said, "Okay, I'm in charge now. We're reshooting the end of Shazam, Flash, Blue Beetle, Aquaman." And you're just like, "What's the?" I'm like, I mean, I get it. He's like, I don't want to give up empty promises, and I respect that. I do. But you guys, again, you guys should have waited till that
Yeah,
Aquaman 2 came out and been like, "Cool. Guess what? We're rebooting in a year. I'll see you then." To them to announce 2 years in advance that we were rebooting the whole DCU, you guys cost so much money to yourselves and to the studio. And if personally, again, I have a lot of respect for James Gunn, I do, and Peter Safran. But if I'm WB, I'd be like, yo, he's kind of like fucked us over some millions of dollars that we could have got back if we didn't say anything to the public. But hey, that's just me personally speaking. But I don't know. After a while, you're just like
Um,
wasting money.
Yeah, you do got a point, and you also got to remember since that's coming out. You said what, December?
Yep, Christmas. Yep.
Yeah, no
Mm-mm-mm.
one's going
No, it's
because
gone.
a lot of people don't want to go to fucking movie theaters during the winter. You know what I mean? Like if you're in a warm place like y'all,
Mhm.
that's understandable. But like Chicago, New York, Ohio, Wisconsin, whatever, like wherever snows, no one wants to go to fucking theaters anyways. They get the energy and the time like once every 2 months during the winter. You know what I mean? Me and Doug hardly went to the theaters growing up during the winter. Like, man, we are like, fuck, it's too cold for that. I want to go chill somewhere warm. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Goddamn.
I think.
Like, no one, like,
I think it's gonna be a thing. I mean, again, like you got to bring something really in I agree with that, but to counteract that a little bit, I think the two really. I think when No Way Home came out during Christmas 2021, that was kind of that was kind of like that kind of broke the thing of like, wow, people came out even during Omicron, the variant for COVID, and then Emily made $261 million on the opening weekend. People came out for that, and that was like an event. But to your point, Joe, I agree. I think Avatar
mm.
did pretty well last Christmas, but that
But
was it. That was all playing for weeks. It was only Avatar 2
yeah,
for weeks. It
but
has to be an
here's the
event.
thing. Yeah, that too. But also, like, I was adding the whole no one wants to go to the theaters during Christmas, like winter, bec on top of what you're saying, which would take away from them making money.
Yeah,
Like like with No Way Home, Avatar, like people wanted to see
yeah,
those movies, people were excited for those, but knowing that the world's gonna change and they're changing the ending, and Ben Affleck's not gonna be in it, like, and plus winter, no one wants to go fucking see a movie that they're just gonna be like they're gonna
yeah.
change it anyways. So that's why I was saying. I was
Oh, I
like
agree.
adding that onto top of what
I
you were
agree.
saying. Like all that together, like if no one has like an excitement for a movie like that, like they're not gonna fucking go up. They're gonna stay home. They work, they're tired, they want to stay home. They might go out for some drinks or something with homies, girlfriend, whatever. But other than that, people stay at fuck home. They don't want to go to the
Yeah,
theater.
no, it's you gotta give them a good reason to go. You gotta give them a good reason to go. Give them like I agree, Joe. You made a really good point. You were saying, yeah, it's you gotta give them a good reason to leave the house and go in the cold to see something really worth their time and their money. And I think I truly think that Aquaman 2 is not gonna be that whatsoever, and you can't push it back because you push this movie back now like 3 or 4 times already. And there's been 5 rounds of reshoots, so it's like you know what,
Mhm.
you put it out now, you take your loss. Again, I do feel for James Wan, I feel for Momoa. I really do. I think they're both like just good. Like they're good filmmakers. They're good. He's a good actor. James Wan is a master in filmmaking, especially in horror. But man, like I would be like, you know what? I'll take my paycheck, and you know what? Good luck to y'all. And again, if the strikes are still going on by then too, ain't no one's gonna movie regardless, even more. So it's gonna be like there's no point. There's no point. So it's just I don't know.
If the Sharks are still going on by then,
And
bruh,
you never
that'd
know,
be
man. I
crazy.
mean, the last one lasted almost. I think
Mhm.
last one lasted like a couple months to almost to a year. I think in '08 for the writers. That is, I don't know about the actors, but the writers lasted almost a long, long time. So, and right now it's. I
Mm.
mean, you know, switching topics a little bit. Right now, I mean, it was announced today. I mean, yesterday. I thought yesterday it was that the studios and the AMTP, whatever it's called. I'm confused about all these like acronyms and stuff like that. But they said that they were going to they were going to what is it? They're gonna the count so they brought a proposed, hey, we'll give you this basically. We're gonna give you this and this. How about this? And the right again, from what I read and heard, again, I could be wrong. WGA said no, and I believe what they proposed was like a really like it was like a lot more money than they're getting before. Up the residuals on things you rent from Google Play, iTunes, Apple TV, and iTunes and Amazon, whatever. And they go, nope, we don't want this anymore. And again, I don't know how accurate that is. Again, I got to do more research about it, but from what I've heard is that no one wants to agree on anything right now. So it's like, geez, I mean, this is now going on 4 months come next Friday that this strike has been going on for the writers, that is. And there's no one's going to be, no one wants to come to an agreement. It could last till Christmas, I hope not. hope people get back to their jobs so that more people can get back to their work. But from what I heard and read today and yesterday, it sounded like the studios and the AMTP whatever proposed this, and the guild said nope, we're good. And I'm like, gotta have a counter offer at least ready. If I were them, hey, okay, or I'd be like, hey, what we want this, we're sticking by this, let's go. But they were kind of like, nope, we're good. And I'm like, I don't know. That's where's the counter offer, right?
Right, yeah. I don't have any information on that. All I know is streaming services are happy as fuck right now because we're running out of time and running out of content that they'll be publishing.
And
So, less movies in theaters, more fucking asses at home, more people being like, oh, what's on Netflix? What's on Max? What's on whatever? More people getting those fucking stream services. So the streaming people are happy as fuck right now. And if it continues to where there's nothing coming out in theaters, you know what I mean? Like, uh, shit, people are watching old shit on all those services. They're happy. They're making
me and
money.
Nick are seeing Oppenheimer on Sunday. I'm thinking to see Oppenheimer on IMAX. And it's the last week in IMAX 70 millimeter. And I'll tell you what, when I booked our tickets the other day, I was like, holy shit, like it's still packed. This movie's been out almost a month and a half now, and it was like almost sold out. And I was like, holy shit, like that kind of shows of like people are wanting to go to the theaters. But right now it's kind of like you got really now Barbie and Oppenheimer and Blue Beetle, and then we'll see how Gran Turismo does. I think it's going to do pretty poorly if you ask me. No offense to the studio and people involved, but I haven't seen the movie yet. I was invited to 2 screenings. I couldn't make it work with my schedule and work, and some other screenings we were working on. I was like, I don't have time for this. I wanted to see the movie, but also I was kind of like, I just don't have time to like go out of my way to go drive half an hour to a theater. I mean, I definitely would, but with work and moving apartments, I didn't have time to go see the screenings I was invited to. So I was like, I'll watch it this weekend. I'll watch it when it comes out. But at the same time, like, I mean, I'm still surprised. I told to Nick a few weeks ago after the Stray screening, I was saying that I'm really surprised that they didn't push back Equalizer 3 because Denzel's a big he's the goat. But I think he's a really big name that wouldn't you want your lead actor, who's one of the best of all time, to go out there and promote this movie? I mean, Denzel can sell, the name itself can sell his name for sure, not 100%. But I would still be like, yo, like this is Denzel's last one as Equalizer. Let's go out with a bang and have him promote. But I just don't think I mean, I get it. I'm glad they're still putting it out in theaters next week. It's too late to pull it. I mean, they could. It's too late to pull it now. But I'm kind of surprised that with a big name like him, that they weren't like worried about like, ooh, we should wait till he gets, so we can promote it because of the strike. But that's how I kind of feel about it too. But that's just me personally. But
Nikki, I ain't commenting on that. I don't want to take up all the fucking talking now.
No comment for me. I'm just listening.
Go, Joe. Go ahead.
I want to, since I get that, but also again, it is Denzel. That man has been a heartthrob since he was younger. You know what I mean? Like people still fucking love that man. Like holy, like he is some of the most loyal fucking fans ever who will watch every fucking single movie he ever puts out. And I think that's what's gonna give them all their big bang, for this movie, the money that, like it'd be great for him to, promote it, but he's still gonna get money, and that movie is probably still gonna do really well, because people love the Equalizer movies. People love action movies, like the big action movie people who love the old school action movies and John Wick and the first 2 Equalizer movies, because those were good too. I think just having Denzel's name to it, having him do this, and just everything overall, I think it'll probably do really well. Because like I want to go see it. If I can, I'll go see it. But no, like I think people really will go to theaters to go see it, especially because there's a lot of people already saw Barbie, or a lot of people already saw Oppenheimer. There's really nothing else to watch as that movie comes out, and One Piece is coming out on Netflix. So yeah. They're gonna go see Equalizer. There's no competitors right now. So technically, they they brought it out at a good time. Like, not gonna lie, yeah.
There's really,
So yeah,
I agree. There's really nothing. Again, like I said, if you want to see something else for the same time over and over again, I think movies, I think studios are bringing back movies this weekend. Like they're bringing back Little Mermaid again this weekend. People are kind of like, hey, we still have things we can bring it back because, to your point, there's nothing coming out like for a minute. Again, we got Equalizer. I'm looking at my IMDb right now. There's really, I'm trying to think like big movies that you can be like, I can see this doing well. And I don't want to shit on anybody. Like the Nun 2, like really, like that's probably, yeah,
Who
right.
gives a fuck
No,
about the
yeah.
Nun 2?
no
And
one,
I'm like,
one wants to
what?
see that
Bruh,
shit. Like
man,
horror fans,
when I
horror
saw that
fans.
trailer, it ruined my whole goddamn day, bro. I
Horror
was
fans
so
who
pissed
love
off.
horror movies.
Oh
Horror
my
fans who love
god.
horror movies, like no matter what it is, whether it's shitty or good, are gonna go see it. But overall, no one wants to fucking see none.
That's why, because we seen her get defeated twice. So like, you're giving her another movie. Like I know she's gonna lose at the end because that's what she does.
Yeah,
Like
she's
you ain't
like
gonna show us
Jason, you
nothing
know what I
new.
mean? No matter how many
Yeah,
times he loses, he's coming back.
That's why, bro. The Nun
that's
2, the
nothing.
Nun
Well,
2.
what
Nah,
was that one movie with the two little girls that, what was
Oh
it,
no,
Mom or
just
some
one.
shit like that? Didn't
Obama,
they
that
do
was just
two of
one.
those?
They were going to number two. They were going to number two, but I think
Oh, that
they
was
said
just
no,
one?
we're not gonna do it. That movie kind of came and went. Yeah, they were.
Okay, they were gonna do number two, and then also, what's that? The movie where the guy's like in like some old film or pictures, and then he'll
Oh,
kill you,
Sinister.
or like he kills the whole family, and then like the son, the younger.
Sinister.
Sinister. There's two of
Yeah, the
those.
second
That
one
motherfucker got
sucked. The
defeated in the
second
first
one
one,
was
didn't he? Or am I
ass.
tweaking? Second one. Second. I saw the second one.
Hey,
Me
that
and
shit
my
was dope.
homies, me and an ex-homie of mine saw that, and we were laughing. I don't like horror movies. I hate horror movies. I'm a
That
bitch.
shit
I'm gonna admit it.
sucked.
I'm a bitch when it comes to horror movies. I am not a horror movie
That
fan.
shit
That shit
sucked, dude.
sucked. I am not a horror movie fan.
And you
Yeah,
know
I
what would
mean,
be dope though? Imagine a Scott Derrickson directed Doctor Strange movie, but it's with Ethan Hawke as Doctor Strange, but it's not necessarily Marvel. It's just
I
like
fuck with
so
that,
he can
dude.
do
The
like his
Black
own
Phone was
thing with
dope.
it.
The Black Phone was dope, dude. Black Phone was,
I'm,
I think, came out
Yeah,
underrated.
I
that's what I'm saying.
didn't
It's
finish
good.
that shit. I need to go back to it because
You
that
you
shit got
didn't
my
finish the Black
intrigue.
Phone. What in the world are you talking about? You
Dude,
silly
I was
goose.
busy, bro. I was busy.
Busy
I
with
was
what?
working at work, motherfucker. Being adult
Why would
sucks.
you should be
Okay,
watching the movie at work
you
then?
I
Why would
wasn't
you
at
watch the movie
work.
at work with your lazy
I was
ass?
watching. I was watching a movie. I was tired from work, right? And I was like, "Fuck! I got work early as fuck in the morning." I knocked the fuck. I stopped the movie. Said I'll come back to it later. Knocked the fuck out, and then I was being a productive fucking adult, Nick.
Ooh.
I
Nah,
know
you
you
made it
don't
sound
know
like you
what
was
that
watching the movie
means.
at work earlier. You changing the story now. I heard you.
No, I said I work. I work. I work. I
Yeah,
didn't say I was at work. I said I
watching movies
work.
Nah.
is work. You know
I had work.
that.
Yeah, when you're a security guard, and got nothing else to do, movies, TV shows, YouTube, all that shit. But
Man, do some push-ups, motherfucker. You a security guard, bro. You
Steve
gotta get
Wrong.
strong
strong,
on that
fuck
job,
out
man.
of my
This nigga
face.
Steve
security.
Wrong.
There's strong, motherfucker. I've gotten punched in the face as
You
a
better do
security
some
guard.
jumping
I
jacks,
don't give a
man.
I'll
fuck.
t-
Man, I'll knock you out. Come test me, Nick. My next job, I don't even gotta touch you. I got
I'll tell
one
you.
little ton.
Nah,
Yeah,
man,
you
I'm
want
too
Nick is
fast.
one
I'm
leg,
too
man.
fast.
He'll be
Can't
gone
catch me, man.
in a minute.
Yeah, man, I hop over you, bro. You don't even see me coming, man.
Man, he'll pull that old cartoon move where he just grabs his crotch and just lifts it up.
There he goes. You see him off. You see him off.
I got a 30-foot vertical, man. I'm telling you,
Dude, I'll
bro.
tell you what. I remember
Oh my
seeing.
gosh.
If listen, I saw the Black Phone at screening with Hamza. Hamza, if you listen, so I love you. I'm missing movies with you. Hamza and I went to the Black Phone, and
What's up,
He
Lonzo?
came to any movie. He's a good audience. He'll love any. He loves anything. He's a good audience. He'll laugh and clap at anything. And we went to the Black Phone, and him and I were like, "Oh, this shit was good." And we'll crack up. We'll make jokes here and there, whatever. And when the movie ended, some kid in front of us with his dad stood up and started clapping, and the dad fucking like brought him down. And goes, "Sit down." and we're cracking up laughing because the dad like the kid got up like so quick. And the credits rolling, right? He starts clapping, and the dad literally just goes like, "Sit down," and like pushed him down the chair, and we're walking, we're leaving the theater, and
I'm
me and Nick
fucking
Muhammad go, "Yeah,
weak,
yeah, it was
bro.
pretty good. Yeah, this and that." We're walking out, and we see this like let's say elder couple just going to town making out, um, in the seats at the like at Harkins.
Ugh.
That's what
They were
Hamza said,
swapping
dude.
dentures,
And
huh?
Hamza goes, really? A movie about abducting kids makes you horny? Get the fuck out of here. And we're laughing, dude. Me and Nick were, me and Hamza were
They're old. They
laughing,
don't
dude, like
care.
hysterically. And I'm just like, bro, yeah, what? Like, first that weird ass kid got up, started clapping like he made the movie himself. And then I was there, see this elder couple was like having the time of their life, making out in these recliner chairs. And I was like, what the hell? But and it was the point of the story is black film is very underrated. I think Scott Derrickson did a good job with that movie, and it would have been cool. Would have been cool to see what he done with Doctor Strange too. And I think that's kind of like a missed opportunity from all three: Marvel, Disney, and Kevin Feige. All three of them, because I think Derrickson.
Yeah. Yeah, because the movie that they ended up giving us was a little bit whack. I'm not gonna lie.
It was, and I was like,
like it was cool. Like it had its moments, but like when you like really sit down and think about it, it's like I don't know about that play.
That
like that
movie
seems
had
a little
so much
off
hype
to
going
me.
for it because of post No Way Home, and I'm a big Sam. Right.
Oh yeah, bro. And post What If too, because
Right.
people thought it
And
was gonna connect to the What If series.
that so
Because there was a
you're
lot of
absolutely
imagery
right.
that
It
was
'cause of
really
What
similar
If
to
and
it.
No Way Home, and that would have been, I think, something more special. Again, I love Sam Raimi. I think the dude's a great filmmaker. I think he's a legend. But you can tell he did it for the check. He goes, "Cool, I got paid for this. I'm out." Like he definitely for a paycheck. No, it didn't.
Yeah,
Not,
because it didn't really feel like a Sam Raimi movie either. It felt like a
yes.
movie that kind of had like Sam Raimi-esque
No,
moments.
literally. I
but it
think it
didn't really
was
feel like a
like kind of
Sam
like he was
Raimi
trying.
film. You
I
know
don't
what I
think he
mean?
was trying to do it. I think I think the MC, I think Marvel and Disney was kind of like, all right, let's do a Sam Raimi kind of like best of kind of like hits, I guess. Like best of. You can do throw some Evil Dead in there, throw some Spider Man in there, throw some this in here,
Damn.
and it was just kind of like
Yeah.
yeah, and I was that
throw a
scene made
little
me
bit of
so
Bruce
mad. I was
Campbell
like,
in there, why
wow, they
don't
wasted
ya?
Bruce Campbell in a stupid ass cameo. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that was a little bit whack.
No, for
he
Wait,
should have
what
been
movie?
Sam Raimi
thank you. It was a
Mysterio
cool
in that scene
callback
instead.
from
That would have been dope.
Doctor Strange 2 from
Wait, what movie are we talking
the
about right
multiverse
now?
of whatever madness. A big missed opportunity.
Oh, right. Basically,
Dude, I bought that movie on
Yeah,
4K, and
that
I
would have
was
been
like,
dope if he was at Mysterio.
and I was like, should I buy this? Because I buy a collection of the MCU steel books in my collection. I bought it. I was like, yeah, I own this now.
Damn,
Yeah,
this one had you
and
kind of
I had it on my
this
shelf
one
for a
had you
while.
kind of
I was like,
hesitating
yeah,
a
I
little
own this,
bit.
and I was like, because there are things I like about that movie.
yeah. Whenever someone pointed that movie out, you just saw him slap it down.
No,
What movie?
literally, and I was like,
he's all disappointed when he
I
sees
used to
it.
collect like everything, all the DC
Every time
and
he sees it, he
Marvel
just
like
gets sad
exclusives
for the
on
rest of the
4K,
day.
and now I'm kind of like, yeah, like I didn't buy the Shazam one, I didn't pre-order the Flash one, and I bought Doctor Strange too, and I was like, it's a cool thing, but I'm like, I was like, yeah, I don't know about this one, shit.
Yeah, Shazam was like mega stinky ass, bro. That shit was like fucking
I saw that
boiling hot ass garbage water, bro. Dude, like, every chance they had to do something whack, they just fucking took it full force with that movie, bro.
Now we're
I
here.
was just so disappointed. Like, bro, we started off with Man of Steel, bro.
I love Zach
You're
Levi.
ending it
Go
with
ahead, Joe, go
this. This is garbage.
By the way, I was gonna say a joke, but yeah, no. The movies, the DC movies are killing themselves. Oh, I was about to say that Jensen behind that movie, like fucking Jumanji box. You know what I mean? Like, I find it high, hidden somewhere, fucking just decrepit. Be like, what's this? Fucking years down the line,
I literally
be like, no,
like,
but
when we moved apartments, all my movies were in a couple of boxes, and it was just like, okay, so Z was like, "Guess up your movies now." We have 2 shelves, so I was kind of like rearranging all my movies on my shelves, whatever. Like, yeah, what do we have, whatever. And I was going through some of these, and and I'm like, damn, I really own this movie. And trust me, I own a lot of movies that are like critically hated on that I personally love, like to this day. To this day, I love a lot of movies, dude. Like to this day, again, Suicide Squad, the
Like
first one.
what?
Example, I
To
love
this
that movie.
day.
I'm proud to own that one. Movies like like movies like 21 and Over. Movie called
Yeah.
Runner. I like a lot. The things like let's be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Dude,
think it was
Drama is
underrated
over
as fuck. It
fucking
has a
You said,
great.
you
5%
said
Rotten
Runner
Tomatoes, and I
with
was
Ben
like, in
Affleck and
what
Justin
world?
Timberlake.
Yeah, dude, thank you. I think so in
Nah,
high
that
school.
movie kind of
It's Ben
goes though.
Affleck. It's
That
like kind
movie
of
kind of
Wait,
like
what
goes,
movie?
bro.
online
Runner
poker
Runner?
like kingpin or whatever, and Timberlake plays this kind of like Princeton like graduate who's like online gambling through school. Basically, he's
Ironic.
kind of like a promoter for that, and the school finds out about it, and they go, you lost your scholarship, this and that. So he can't pay for his school, so he kind of like finds a way to go to Costa Rica, I think, and like tries to like hustle Ben Affleck to like get him a job so he can learn the ropes and get all this money, the money that he lost during his like online poker thing. And I think it's a really underrated movie personally, and I think it has a 5% Rotten Tomatoes, and I was like, what? And I was like, I don't believe
Like,
that
it's dope. It's
whatsoever.
dope for
But
real.
I own that movie. But anyway, the point is that I own a lot of stuff that I'm like, oh, I bought this movie. I don't know, I should bought that, or should I sell this one or give it back to someone? But there are things that I'm like Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. So I was kind of like, I own this, but it's not really it's not a proud buy. I'm like, I bought it 'cause I was like, yeah, I'll add it to my MCU collection, and now I'm kind of like, yeah, about that. But I digress. But yeah, man. And one thing that really bummed me today. I mean, I saw. I mean, Joe had. We'll talk about this too. But I mean, Joe, you made a good point before we hopped on the show. Is that you know, Dune was my most anticipated movie of the year. Dune Part Two for sure. I think again, as mentioned all the time before on the show. I think I really got into Denis
Mm.
Villeneuve even more in college, seeing
Mm.
Blade Runner 2049 with Nick and IMAX, and I was like. I remember I was like, dude, this. I'm like, wow, like because I love Sicario.
Oh
I
hell
liked.
yeah.
Oh, I
That movie made me a
the
believer,
only one,
bro.
Sicario is
and Nick will
fire,
challenge me on
bro.
this, and I give him props
Sicario
for
is
it.
great.
The only one I don't really care for, I mean, I gotta watch. It's been a while. Is Arrival. I remember Nick was like, "You didn't like Arrival," and I was like, I know." I
No, yeah, Arrival goes hard, bro. Arrival's fucking dope.
I have not seen it.
Arrival's dope. You got to see it.
I gotta rewatch
That's
it 'cause
my movie recommendation for
it's been
today,
a
yo.
while.
Arrival by
Like
Denis Villeneuve.
it's
It's dope and it's deep,
the best movie
bro.
ever made.
I'm telling you. Imagine if
I
Denis Villeneuve did a Superman movie. Ooh, that would be
I
fire.
really think that it's like this
Oh
dude
my
is
god, that would
like
be
I
insane, bro. I
think
couldn't even
this is my
comprehend.
I think it's a tie for me personally. I think the three best working directors, well, four I guess. I think the four best working directors today is Denis Villeneuve, Ryan Coogler, Jordan Peele, and well Chris Nolan too. But I guess like people that I like, I love
Mhm.
Chris Nolan, but like people I've been kind of watching more of has been like Greta Gerwig, Jordan Peele, Ryan Coogler, and Denis Villeneuve. And I think the dude has not made a bad movie at all. And I think what it would Dune was just
Mhm.
remarkable. So when Dune Part 2 came out, I was like, coming out, I was like, say less.
Facts.
I was telling this the next few weeks ago too, that our IMAX in Arizona now, we finally get the 1:3 IMAX ratio that you'll see on Sunday, Nick. When we see Oppenheimer, you'll see the full 1:3 top to bottom immersive real IMAX. And
Mhm.
and I was talking to some guy at Harkins a few months ago, a month ago when Oppenheimer was coming out. I was talking about. He was like,
Oof, I
"Yeah, we're
can't
gonna get
wait.
143 movies going forward." I was like, "Fuck yes!" I was like, "I can't wait," because Denis shot the first one on 143, but our IMAX didn't get that because they weren't converted yet.
Hell
And
yeah.
now Dune Part 2 was shot in 143 full IMAX, and I was like, "I can't wait." So today it's been announced because of the strikes, they're delaying it till I think March or April 2024. And now a lot of things have been delayed to that kind of like early spring. I think it's kind of a little too crowded. But Joe, you made a good point before having the call. You said something about like it'll give people a chance to go to the theaters. Is that what you were saying?
Uh, I said it would give people a chance to miss the theaters, miss movies in theaters, new content, because as the years have gone by, we have nonstop gotten a lot of movies come out. You know what I mean? More so than yeah. just a lot to where people don't want to go to movies anymore, and they'd rather stay home, be like, oh, I can wait for streaming, this and that, and they don't want to go to theaters because they've seen so many. There's already so many movies out. They might saw some and be like, I'll see some. For us, we go to movies as much as we can, but for a lot of other people, like day-to-day people, they don't really have the energy or want to do that. So they'll go to movies once in a while. So I feel like if we can get content to where like there's sort of a pause in between it, you know what I mean? And let that movie come out a tiny bit later to get people more excited for it, more willing to go to the theater to go see it, because the first one did phenomenal and a lot of people really did love it. I feel like it would be better that way to just have that desire for people to be like, oh, okay, I want to go. You know what I
Summer,
mean?
dude.
Because
Yeah.
we've had a lot of movies come out this past few months. You know what I mean? Summer is jam packed, so I feel like it'd be a nice little break. You know what I mean? Especially because people saw Barbie, people saw Oppenheimer, people saw both in one day, maybe, probably. Uh, and there's just a lot of movies, so I feel like it'd be good to like get space away from all these movies that came out around the
Yeah,
same
I
time
get. And
and
I see
have
your.
that
I mean,
movie
you
come
made a
out
very
at a
good
later
statement.
date.
I can't argue with that. I really can't. I think I hope people do. I think when that. I mean, I'm not saying there was a pro of COVID, not at all. But I think when we first got movies coming back to theaters, we were 2021 and we're kind of getting out of COVID. We saw things do very very well. We saw things with Quiet Place 2, Fast 9. Despite how they felt about these certain movies, they did very well. Like a lot of things overperformed. Like Venom 2 overperformed, Fast 9 overperformed, Quiet Place 2 overperformed. A lot of things were overperforming, and it was kind of like, wow, theaters are back. Where things are getting again, things that even small things like things were doing. These people going back to the movies, and it was like cool seeing that. I mean, I do know that I think we were. I don't know about what Chicago, Joe. But I know in Arizona it was like things were coming back open, people the ones I was going to, people were going back. People were going back to seeing certain things. It was like, okay, cool. People I see a crowd of people saying, "And my Shyamalan's doing a movie," or Candyman, whatever, or Shang-Chi, or this is that. We were seeing people go back, and I think you're right. I think people miss going to that theater experience so much. But at the same time, there were some people who were like, "I'm gonna wait until No Way Home. I'm gonna wait until Top Gun Maverick comes out the year after." So it was kind of like people were kind of picking and choosing. And I think the summer definitely taught us that quality over quantity is very important. And I think, from what we saw this summer, with things we went to, I mean, when me and Nick went to The Flash and we went to Indiana Jones, a few other screenings, Fast 10 too, like people were showing up. I'm like, okay, this is cool. People going to these screenings, people were team hyped about it. It was a packed house. Awesome. And then we went to Strays a few weeks ago, the press screening, and me and Nick were like the first few people in the critics in the press section. Looked around, we're like, ain't nobody here, and and I kind of stuck because we were promoting the screenings, and it was like, oh, we sold out. This was a huge deal, and again, I was like hyped for that. But as the movie before the showtime, it was like more people came in. It got more crowded. I would say, Nick. Or I think more people kind of came in towards like showtime, which was good. Yeah, that would be like a cool people coming in. So
Yeah,
you're
it was kind
right.
of
I
filling
mean,
in as
Nick,
it
I'm gonna
was
ask you: do
going.
you think we're gonna? Okay, things.
Yeah,
Do you think this
yeah.
was a good call? And two, do you think this is gonna hurt and be like people kind of forgot about Doom because now it's gonna be 3 years after the first one?
No, I think it's a good call. I think it's a good call delaying it because Loki, like, it might even give him more time to just work on like the visual effects
Yeah,
and kind of like improve
I really,
everything, So it might
but
just end up being worth the wait.
And also, I
Because
want to
no,
say something.
no, no one's gonna forget about Dune either. No one's gonna forget about Dune, bro. I'm telling
true,
you.
true,
Yeah, you
true.
gotta think about it like this. No one forgot about Avatar. You know, Avatar was
Yeah.
talked about for years to come, and so
Mm-hmm.
Dune made such a big impact. A lot of people were excited for the second one as soon as they came out. And people were like, "Oh, it's gonna be years before the next one comes out." And they're like, "Fucking, I can't wait for the next one." And so there's a lot of people still excited. I don't think
Yeah.
that's gonna take away from the
Yeah.
excitement because of the quality of the movie. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like the quality of the movie was so good, people were excited, and it wasn't too big of a wait. So they can wait a few more months, but also like you gotta remember that you're talking
True.
about
Yeah,
the
no, you're right.
press screening. You're not talking about an everyday movie theater experience. You know what I mean? The press screening
Mm-hmm.
are
Mm-hmm.
is a screening of movie lovers who love to go to movies. People like us and probably our listeners who genuinely love movies so much that it's become such a daily hobby or just like a giant hobby of ours. You know, like people who collect miniatures and all that shit is a big part of our life. So that press screening that you've had a lot of people come
True.
into, that can happen, but then when the movie comes out, not a lot of
True.
average like okay,
True.
like not a lot of everyday people go. You know what I mean? People who see movies just because they fuck it, or they either say fuck it or just I feel like I have enough energy for it. I'm mindset for it. So you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean. So we don't know. So again, this summer has been packed with good quality content. Yes, quality movies. I think it's a good break in between them to get people excited again because
Huh.
soon, all the horror movies and all the fucking Christmas movies are about to come out. It'll be a good fucking break from that and be like, oh, fucking Dune, I'm fucking excited. You know what I mean? Be like, yes, fuck all this other shit. Like, unless
Okay.
you're a horror movie buff, or like, oh yeah, you know, I get that. I'm not saying fuck
What
horror movie. I mean just
both
like
of you guys are very
holiday
true.
shit.
I think I was kind of like I think what
They'll be
about
excited
me it
for
was
it.
because of like wow because they had a first off they had a 6 week exclusive deal with IMAX. I was like oh I would kill to have that and any kind of movie that I wanted to see really badly. I mean Oppenheimer has almost a 2 month exclusive deal with IMAX. So it to me I was like oh shit 6 months of I'm 6 weeks of IMAX that's crazy. And I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait for this. It's gonna be my birthday month. I can't wait. Then he's coming out with some heat, but it's I think what they didn't want to they didn't want to put out because you have all these new stars. You have Zendaya, you have Timothée Chalamet, you have Florence Pugh, you have Austin Butler. Let's go on and on and on. He's overrated.
Mm-hmm.
But he
Which I'm not a big fan of Timothy
however
Chalamet.
the first movie had a battle of the face up because remember
Thank
HBO did the
you.
same and you saw it
Yes.
at home obviously and it was kind of like for your game because it was more attainable for you. It I think with Dune had to defy a lot of odds
Sadly,
because
yeah.
a WB at the time the last regimen screwed over those whole movies that year. Like we're gonna put on day and day on HBO Max, and people were like, "Yeah, I don't know about that." And someone who saw the movie early, I was saying, I was I was on everything. I was on Twitter, I was on Instagram, I was on YouTube, I was on everything. Like, please see Facebook. I was like, MySpace. I brought back MySpace for that to advocate this movie. I was like, do not, please not say it's on HBO Max. Please, please, please. All my friends were like, I think like, oh, I want to HBO Max. I'm like, no, please. I'll find you on IMAX. I'll find you the screening. Go see this movie in theaters. Please, 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 please. Again, if you couldn't go to the theater, I understand that too. I'm not like, how dare you? But it was just kind of like, me as an advocate for this movie. I'm like, please see this movie in big theaters. It's worth it. It's worth it. So I want to see part two because I would have been pissed as hell when again this movie's been out for 3 years. I was part of a book. If part one ended how it is, oh, there's more to the story, or whatever, and it ended, I'd been like, and WB like, yeah, we're canceling it. I'd have been like, fuck you. Where's the movie part two? You just did my boy Denis really badly. Like, fuck you, just say. I'm like, no. What now? Like, where part two now? So I was just to me a lot. It was a lot going up against it, unfortunately. So with that said, though, right now, here's. Hey, I'll ask both of you guys this too right now. The same weekend, the weekend before now, ready for this? We have Quiet Place
All
prequel,
right.
Quiet Place Day One. We
Ready.
have Snow White the same weekend as Dune. We have Ghostbusters the weekend after as Dune. Kung Fu Panda 4 the weekend after Dune. And Bong Joon Ho, who did Parasite, Oscar winning Bong Joon Ho, His movie starring
Oh
Robert
shit.
Pattinson's coming out the same week after, and my Shyamalan's movie's coming out the week after. Godzilla King Kong Part 2, 2 weeks after. You have a lot. You have a lot of stuff now. Yeah, you have a lot of things now. And Joe, you made a good point before the call. It's
Damn, that
who's
list
gonna
was a
move?
mile long.
For real.
That's a lot of content
So
in 2 weeks.
yeah, so
middle.
yeah.
Yeesh.
But here's the thing: does Dune come out before all
So
of that, or in the middle?
Quiet
Like
Place, day one comes out
it's in the
Hmm.
middle.
a week before.
What are the first movies coming out
That's a
before
Dune.
toughie.
Dune? Okay.
I think it,
Nah, I feel like Dune will beat
I
out
think so
Quiet
too.
Place.
I think both. I think
But then
people
the
who
week
want to
after,
see
you
Quiet
got
Place will also go
Snow
see Dune
White,
because they're both in the spectrum
Ghostbusters.
of each other.
Ghostbusters. People hate that movie now. It was so
I
controversy.
don't give a fuck about that.
Everyone's
I don't
pissed
think I don't
now.
think people are going to see that because it seems like there's only
Everyone's
problems with it.
pissed.
Like it
No,
seems like
yeah,
no one's
no
like
one
fucking
has
with it.
talked about Snow White. No one's been like, "Yo, Snow White's coming out," right?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Yeah,
you
it
no
got
seems
one's
like
Snow
people
White.
aren't
even.
really
You
liking
have
Yeah,
Rachel
you got
Zegler right now. So I'm like, I don't think. I know
because
that
you know
movie's
why?
not going
Because
to beat out Dune. Shit.
you're right. I think you're
yeah.
absolutely
No,
right.
Dune's
But there
fine.
are people that can be like,
I don't
I'm
even know
gonna see
why
this
you brought
movie.
that one up.
People are gonna
Then
see it. People are gonna see it. Trust me. The Gen Z will be like, we're gonna support this movie because they will. Trust me. They definitely will. Excuse me. So okay, no Snow White. Okay,
man, it's going to be three whole people see that
Ghostbusters,
movie, man.
Kung Fu Panda 4 the same weekend after,
Nah, man.
and then Bong
Nah,
Joon
Yo, the
Ho,
man.
who
last
did Parasite.
Ghostbusters was
Everyone's been
good, but then like,
kissing his ass because
I'd
Parasite.
rather. I feel like it's done.
Well,
But
that
that's
one can
horror
compete.
people.
That one can't
That's
compete.
horror
He can
people.
compete though.
Hold on. Hold on, hold on. No, we're talking about different categories at this point. A lot of people will see Dune, but you also gotta remember that a lot of the people that are gonna be seeing these type of movies love specific types of genres. There's gonna be people who see any type of movie, but there's also the ones that really bring in the money for these movies are the people who love these certain type of dramas. Horror people will forever go see horror movies. My girl doesn't watch anything else.
But
Sorry, not my girl. My ex doesn't watch
Hmm.
anything else
okay,
except
the
for
Hmm.
week
horror
after that, then
movies.
you have M Night Shyamalan's new movie
Ex
and
for now.
Godzilla King
Anyways, we're
Kong
not getting
Part
into
2.
that.
It's an untitled M Night Shyamalan movie. He's very secretive with his marketing until like a few weeks before the movie comes out.
Hold on, what's the M Night Shyamalan movie? Yeah, but like his movies are hit or miss. So that can't really guarantee that it can either take away money from Dune or
True,
anything.
but I
That's what
do
I'm
think
saying.
to
Like I love M
quote
Night
you said
Shyamalan.
a few
I
minutes
think he
ago,
does good
that's a
movies,
lot of
but not all
content
his
in
movies
two
are
weeks.
bangers.
That's too much.
Yeah,
Only a week
but
before
here's the
though.
thing.
Only a
Yeah,
week
but the
before.
good thing about it is that Dune comes out before a lot of
So
them.
you got what you got Quiet Place. Quiet Place is
Yeah,
a 1 week
but
before
so how
Dune,
many
but then the
movies are
week
coming out
after
before Dune?
is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movies coming out after the week after Dune. 5.
Uh-huh.
There's the Quiet Place
Okay.
Part 2. I'm
Here's
not
the
worried about
thing.
Quiet
No,
Place Part 2.
I
That to
asked
me is
how
okay,
many
cool.
movies are coming out
That's
before
probably gonna be
Dune.
fine.
That's one movie, correct? Yeah, but here's the thing though, right? So we're talking about quality of a movie, and we're also talking about the fans that will see certain types of movies. I think Dune is gonna be just fine because it comes out before a majority of those movies. I can understand if you're saying it comes out behind all those movies because then you're just like, holy shit, way too many movies
No, no, no,
around
no,
this
no,
time.
no.
I don't feel like I want to go see
Quiet
Dune.
Place is
Dune comes
before
out right
Dune. Quiet Place is before
behind
Dune.
fucking
But
A Quiet Place.
then
I think
you have
it's in a
five
good
movies the week
spot.
after though.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Before Dune, that's what. Yeah, that's fine. I think Dune will do good because again, a lot of people love the first Dune, and it comes out before all those other fucking movies. You're gonna be having people. If you're asking us about the nitpickers who are gonna pick certain movies to
Yeah,
go
no,
to,
I think Dune 2 has
a
the
lot
upper
more
hand.
people are gonna want to go
I
see
just
Dune
think
2
if I was the studios,
than
I would
those
push
other movies.
all these movies back. Push them back. Okay,
I
I think
think for those other movies, yeah. But I think Dune, the place that it's at, no, I think
yeah.
it's perfect. Because if you want to take money away from your competitors, place it before the other movies. That's like, think about it. Like, if if they push back Oppenheimer, right, to a certain point where other movies are coming out, I would put Oppenheimer before those other movies came out because Oppenheimer would do bigger numbers and way more people will want to see that. Dune is going to be a long movie. So not only are a lot of
Yeah.
people want to see it, but a lot of people are going to watch that long ass movie and not want to go again for a while to go see another movie. Dune is
Mm-hmm.
gonna be good. Those other movies should probably push their movies back,
I
maybe a
really
little
hope
bit later date, because like
I hope
yeah,
IMAX gives
but
their good.
overall, Dune is in the perfect fucking place. It's gonna be okay, because honestly, out of that whole list, less than five are gonna really
Yeah.
have people's expectation and want and drive to go see that, and Dune is one of them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That movie, like four, I would probably be like, all right, yeah, I'm fucking honestly three. Like you're worried about Doom, I'm worried about those other movies because
I
honestly,
hope IMAX sticks
like
to
they're
their
not.
word
I feel
and
like they're
keeps the
gonna lose money,
6 week
and Doom's
IMAX
just gonna
exclusive with them.
wreck that shit all in.
It did.
They definitely will, because Dune, the first one, that got a lot of attention, and so if it's
Mm-hmm.
exclusive and people love IMAX. And
Mm-hmm.
you gotta wait to go see it, and you want to see like the whole fucking movie the way Dune should be seen. People are gonna fucking pay for it. I'm
Facts.
telling you, man, Dune is in a good position. I think it's gonna do really well. I don't think it's gonna lose anything out of where the date is coming out and if it comes out in IMAX. They're gonna make money and Dune's gonna do well. Other movies, on the other hand, are not. They're coming out behind that movie. And me and you have talked
Yeah,
about it.
I
When other
think
movies come out
if I'm
behind
the
a
other
really
people, if I'm
good
Snow
quality
White, if I'm
movie,
Ghostbusters Kung Fu
they
Panda, Mickey
lose
17, or
money
whatever, or
because
Godzilla
they
King Kong,
fucked
I'm
up.
pushing my shit back. I'm pushing my shit back. I'm pushing my shit back because you're gonna again. I think if Dune still gets the if Dune does really well opening weekend and it gets a full
Exactly.
6 weeks IMAX, then I truly think that other movies are going to move. And also, too, why is Warner Brothers? This is kind of stupid too. Why does WB have now 3 movies in 2 weeks of each other? That's to me is stupid. To me, that's stupid.
Dude, Warner Brothers has been fucking up
That's
for a very
sorry, sorry,
long
sorry.
time.
I'm sorry, I'm wrong. They had 3 movies
They
actually now
need
because
new
M
people
Night
to
left
be
Universal.
running
M
their
Night's now
shit
Universal.
because
M Night's now
Warner
Warner
Brothers
Brothers. So now
has
they
been
have
fucking up.
so now they
Not
have
gonna lie.
Dune the 15th, and they have Mickey 17, M Night, and Godzilla Kong 2. They have 4 movies coming out in 2 weeks.
Hmm.
They're definitely moving their shit around because there's no way in hell that they're gonna have 4 movies come out in 2 weeks.
If if the people there are, I think yeah, because once Dune gets closer coming out, I think they're gonna see the mass amount of support that's gonna be being shown
Yeah,
and
I
excitement
hope they
for it,
are. 'Cause
and they're
my
gonna be
think
like,
what
I think
I
we should
think
push these
what's the
movies
thing was
back
kind of
if they're
not
smart. If
bothering
they
me, but
don't, they'll
kind of
keep it as is
questioning
and
is
they'll lose
because
money on that.
I think again I want this because this is my company and I love them I love them so much. Out of Tom Cruise, I think what they did with Mission Impossible 7 was kind of dumb. And here's why: because they put the movie out on the 12th of July, a week before Oppenheimer and Barbie. And Tom Cruise has a track record of doing some really good things. Yeah, had long legs of movies. His movies do really well week in, week after. Tom Gunn was in the top three of 2022 summer. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part One came out at the worst time possible because they lost their IMAX and premium Dolby whatever premium formats only like less than 7 days because of Oppenheimer and Barbie, and then literally no one saw Mission Impossible once Barbie and Oppenheimer came out. And that's really weird. That's really strange for a Tom Cruise movie the past 10 years, whether it's Oblivion, whether it's Top Gun, whether it's Mission Impossible, whatever. It's weird that that movie came out and went. That's very weird. I think Mission Impossible should have came out either way before, like early summer, or now when there's nothing coming out because again, all the attention is now on Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible 7. So you guys make a good point, Joe. I agree with you. I agree with you 100% on that. I do. I do not. I hope that people learn from that mistake of they should have moved Mission Impossible because there's no way hell Oppenheimer and Barbie was like, we're not moving our shit. We are not moving our dates. Simple as that. So I think Mission should have been the one to be like, you know what? Okay, we'll take the L. We'll push back till August, maybe September. Again, this is before the strike happened too. So again, you can't predict these things. But I do think Mission Impossible fucked up and Paramount fucked up by, not moving it around so that it would have more legs to grow and more attention and more. It got phenomenal reviews. I thought the movie was really good. Don't get me wrong, I thought it was really great. But it really came out, and a week later, even at the screening I went to for Oppenheimer, the press screening for Oppenheimer, it took away 2 showings of Mission Impossible that night in IMAX. So you're just kind of like, well, shit. Even the press screens are hurting the movies of Mission Impossible. So I think I think Dune will be in a good place of like, cool, it's there. I truly think though, the other movies I mentioned are going to be moving around, are going to be pushed back, or move forward at least.
Yeah, it would be a smart move to move all those because way too many movies at the same time. I'm not saying all movies are bad, but I'm saying it's that just way too many movies at a certain time. People are gonna pick and choose, and that's what's gonna happen. People are gonna see, Quiet Place, Dune, and then they're gonna choose between the rest. And it's gonna be like. It's gonna be certain genre fans that will go to these certain movies. You know what I mean? Like the horror fans will go see the dude who made Parasite and just a lot of other things. Well, depending on what he's making, but like you know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna see Quiet Place and Dune, and then after that I'd be like I'm gonna pick one of these movies and then I'll wait for the rest or when I guess for the moment fuck it, let's go to the theater later on, like a month or two later.
Speaking of spur of the moment, I got me a nice warm little milk bath waiting for me and a glass of wine on the side player with the foot massage machine. Ooh,
shit!
baby.
You got your Scrooge pajama set all set.
Hell yeah, man! I got my little pipe and everything, man.
Yeah. I'll bet your goods in it.
I got
this is
little nightcap.
21 Jump Street.
Yes, sir.
I have night blindness.
Yes,
Herbal sprouts.
Yeah, it's for my glaucoma.
There's
I
think it was Entourage, where it was, I guess, like,
I'm
it's like
just
early
thinking
2000s.
relax, man. I swear.
Yeah,
I swear.
man, go to
But nah,
a
man,
med,
yeah.
like a
What's
medical, go to like a doctor for medical marijuana, and then I think Giant Drama goes like, yeah, I got AIDS. And he goes, what? He goes, no. He goes, do you get nervous? Yeah. Then you have anxiety. Here you go. Go buy yourself some weed. Or it was that, or no? I think it was also Workaholics, where like their drug dealers like, I hooked y'all up, and here y'all go. Durs, you have like, I don't know, you have like syphilis. Blake, you have like lice, and Adam, you got AIDS. And he goes, sweet. He goes, sweet. Always wanted AIDS. And like you see them going like the buy the medical marijuana, and Adam goes, "Look at me, AIDS." He's so proud of it. A little tangent, but all right. Next week, your movie of the week was Arrival. What is your show of the week?
Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, that's crazy, bro.
Wow, that's a
My
nice
show of the
noise.
week. Ooh, that's a good one. My show of the week. Codename Kids Next Door.
Nice.
It's a
That's
classic,
dope.
man.
That's a class.
That's
That
the
show was
shit,
so good, bro. Yo, I watched
Bro,
that shit
hey, Nigel
faithfully
Uno
throughout
was
my
that
young years.
dude, bro. Nigel Uno number 4 and number 5, man. Like they was
Facts.
MVPs.
Oh God, bro.
Bro, oh my
They fucking
gosh.
popped off when they needed to, man. I love that shit.
Bro. Oh
Dude,
man, they
I
wasn't the
haven't
ones,
heard
man.
that
They
in
wasn't
so
the
long.
ones.
And
But
it
yeah,
looks
man.
like right now
Arrival
it
and
looks like
Codename
Codename Kids Next
Kids
Door is streaming
Next
on Max, which
Door.
is
Oh,
good
it's
for our
one of the
listeners.
classics.
Facts. I love that.
I'm trying to think where can they find Arrival? Oh, it's on Pluto TV. Nice. On Pluto
Oh
TVs,
hell yeah, I'm
you
about
watch
to put that
Arrival,
on
and then
in my milk
Codename Kids Next
bubble
Door, Codename
bath.
Kids
My
Next Door, you
warm
can
Heck
milk
watch
bath.
on Max. So good choices, my man. No, it's on Pluto. I think it was at one point, and then they probably moved. Again, it's how the streaming things work. They move, they bounce
Is
around,
Arrival
from
not
one
on
home to
Max?
another home. They're kind of like foster kids almost. Kind of
Oh
getting
wow,
bounced
dang! I thought it
around.
was on
Like, all right,
Max. That's
this
crazy.
home, this
But
home.
okay.
Dude, I was literally watching something. Oh,
Yeah,
that
I
happened
hate that
so
they
much to me
move. Like
recently. I watched the
just
movie
fucking
halfway
leave them
through.
there.
Like the next day, I
Like
go,
damn,
sorry,
because then it's
it's off
like
HBO Max.
you
It's off
try to log
Netflix.
in and then the
We're kind of
move
fun now.
not there. And then it's like, oh,
You
what
can
the
buy it now, and I'm
shit?
like,
Now what am I gonna
I was
do?
like, I'm paying $5 to finish this, half of this movie. It's like, God damn it.
Oh, bro, I fucking hate that.
Yeah, I'm like, man.
Man,
Man,
go
buy
on
these nuts
Amazon, be
while
like,
doing
fuck,
that.
I gotta rent
Again,
this
if it was a
shit.
full movie,
Just
that's
like,
something.
for
But
one
for a
day.
half a movie,
Like $2.99.
I
That's
don't
too
know.
much.
I don't know. All right, Nick. One more thing too before you go to, where can they find you at home?
That's the
Right,
movie.
exactly.
I don't know about all that, player. You can find me on YouTube at Donning Vision. That's capital D as in
Nice.
Donning, capital V as in Vision.
I could be wrong. I think I have
on
your short film
Instagram
and Donning
at
Vision on
all
our link tree.
lowercase
Now I'm
Donning
going to add it
Vision, and you
after the
can
show. Make
find
sure
us
your short
anywhere
film
and
that you won a
everywhere
bunch
that
of
they
awards
have
for,
podcasts.
and as well. And Donning Vision will be on our link tree as well. So our viewers can find our link tree just via our Instagram, the link in our bio, as well as our website. All right, brother.
Indeed. Thank
See
you,
you next
brother.
week.
Thank
I'll
you.
see you Sunday, actually, my friend. I'll see you Sunday for Oppenheimer, my friend. All right, brother. Be safe, man. Love you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Love you, bro.
Yes, indeed. I will see you on Sunday, my brother.
What was something I was
All
gonna
right,
say.
have a good night, Nick.
All right, you too. Have a good night, everybody. Love you guys. Peace.
Doses.
he ran into the chat. The fuck you just say? Dude, it.
All right, thank God he's gone. No, I'm joking.
I heard that. Dude.
No, I love
Okay, so.
right? The fuck you just say, me, you little shit. It's like when you whisper under your breath after yelling at your mom for an hour and just be like, "What? What is it
I'm
you
saying
want?
good
What?
night." He goes, "You should walk away from me." She goes, "Well,
yeah,
you said." She's like hitting him. Stop playing. I'm kidding. I'm playing. And she's just hitting him on the couch. Oh my god. Dude, all right. So again, a movie that you and I were kind of like, we'll see, whatever. It's Gran Turismo. Like I said too, we didn't go to the screenings of it. We got busy, things got on the way, whatever. So I mentioned in our group chat earlier the show. So Neill Blomkamp's doing this one, and for listeners, Neill Blomkamp is a very interesting director. His first movie he ever did was District 9, which is a certified banger, if you ask me. District 9 is a fucking original ass movie. so good, dude. It was so good because it was like it was kind of like
Facts,
it was a
facts.
refreshing take on the alien
Bro, we
sci-fi genre. Like, oh, this is
loved
cool. 'Cause
that
it was, again,
movie
it was
when
kind of
it
like because it was
came
before the
out, man. I
mockumentary kind of like
remember that
came
shit.
back
That
in a
shit was
way, and it was
fire.
like showing this. It was Sharlto Copley, who was kind of like his first big role. That I remember seeing him in. Then he was in A Team, and then Elysium, and a lot of other stuff too. District 9 was a very again. This was his first movie out of the gate. You got Peter Jackson, who did Lord of the Rings trilogy and King Kong, all these other movies, producing it for you. So you have a really good chance. Again, this was a Sony movie, but it wasn't like a big blockbuster when it came out. And I think it kind of defied audiences. Everyone's like, "Holy shit, this movie's phenomenal!" And it was just fresh. It was what's up? So many people did. Yeah, man. That movie was. I remember seeing.
So many people stole it from Redbox. So many people stole it from Redbox.
Oh,
you
oh,
you know
I'd
how
be so
upset
pissed. Yeah,
I saw one dude
yeah.
got that movie
Is
from
the Red
Redbox and
Box
he
would register the
opens
paper as
it,
a
bro,
DVD
and it was a
or
piece of
Blu-ray, whatever
paper.
it
He was
was.
like, "What the fuck?" Remember that when people started printing that shit?
Yeah, like dollar, two
Oh
bucks.
my
Yeah,
god, dude. Yeah, you could just put paper and take the
dude,
movie home for a
seriously.
few bucks.
And
What is it, a
he was one
dollar
of
a
these
day?
guys. I think he.
Shit,
Let's see how old he
fucking,
was. So that movie came out in
fucking
2009. Let's
print
see right
that
now.
shit, send it back, and you
Wow, he
got a
was.
fucking whole
Yeah, wow.
movie
So
for a
he
dollar.
was 30 years old when that movie
Shit.
came out, which is pretty. Back then it was like I mean we see a lot of young directors now, but like 30 years old, man. Your first movie came out, you make all this money. You got fucking Peter Jackson producing this movie, and literally like he's just like he's getting the next like kid. It's like oh, the next genius director, next young talent, whatever. Like we should finance anything. And again, he made all his money back in the opening weekend. It made $210 million worldwide on a $30 million budget before marketing and advertising. That's pretty good. It's a great return for your first movie too. For your first movie. So then he came out with Elysium. So then in high school too. I think Elysium is super underrated if you ask me. I think he's underrated as fuck. I think it's really Elysium is so good,
Back,
dude. It's
back.
dude. The
I didn't watch
trailers to
it.
me, I was kind of like, I don't know, we'll see with that. I love Matt
It
Damon. I
didn't
was like, I'll
catch my
see. It
attention. Not
caught me
gonna
off
lie,
guard,
didn't
and I
catch
was
my.
like,
Like
oh, this
I
movie's
saw so
fucking
many
dope.
trailers for
It's
it. I
so
just
again
wasn't
because it was
like
had a cool
down for
message
it.
to it. Visual effects were really cool. It was very gritty. It was very violent as hell. Matt Damon kills it. It's a very interesting concept. And again, like, oh, cool. Again, it wasn't District 9 as good, but I really love Elysium. I think it's one of my favorite movies of the past 10 years. Like, it was just awesome. And then a movie came out that I think you feel more stronger than I do about this movie, which is Chappie. And this was his Diane Wood. Diane Wood. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I fucking love Chappie, bro. Chappie was such a good ass fucking movie, and it had Alien Antwood. Wait, no, what, are they called? No, they're called Antwood. Antwood, yeah. Yeah, fucking dude, they were their characters are fucking hilarious. I love them in that movie. But Chappie overall was such a intriguing concept, and I think they did, and they executed that so well. I fucking love that movie. Anytime I'm just like, man, I don't know what I like. Sometimes I forget about Chappie, bro. Not gonna lie, and that movie will pop up in one of the stream services and be like, oh fucking yes, Chappie, fuck, put that shit on there. I love that movie. Chappie is such a like
Yeah.
it's such a feel good movie and also such a intriguing movie when it comes to like when it comes to a robot, just overall just like the concept of humanity. You know what I mean? Like who really is the shitty who's the bad guy in this scenario, you know what I mean? And just like just cuz like something
Mhm.
happened, like are you super against it? Like, you know what I mean? Like that concept, I love those concepts because me and my friends, by the way, while I've been streaming on Twitch, we've had these conversations about like, can you really, uh, you know, basically put
Yeah.
your consciousness, who you are, in a data, or is that just a copy of you and they would just, you know what I mean? So like conversations like that, like I feel like nerdy people really do have, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel like
I
those
think yeah,
interesting,
I
and it's
think
so
I
interesting
think
to be
also I mean you said
to
too, it's
put
a very
such
something that we're kind of dealing with right
such
now with
things into a
AI
concept
because
that you can
AI was
physically
Chappie's
see.
AI. It
You know
was
what I
getting based
mean?
with a
So I
robot,
love
but it
that
was
shit. I
still
love movies
AI.
like that.
What programmed him, what the developer did in that movie, he programmed to have AI in the robot, and it was kind of like, hey, we can save police officers by doing robots instead. These really kind of industrial, very high produced, really expensive produced
Hmm.
robots. But then you get the thing was like, okay, how do you do, what do we do with AI instead? We with AI put in the robot, they can be the feeling. It's again what we're doing right now with AI with taking over certain stuff. So Chappie came out. I remember this very too well. It was 2015. It was March. It was my junior year of high school. It was your senior year. And I remember Sebastian saw it at a screening. He goes, I liked it because I fuck with it, but he goes, I like District 9 and Elysium. But I was like, okay, okay, we'll see how it is. And then I think we all saw it. And I think you liked it more than I did. I still liked it for what it was.
Nice.
And I think it caught me off surprise. Like, oh wow, this is good. It was more violent than I thought it was gonna be. I was like, oh, this is gritty.
Yeah, I think, I think so. I think why you guys liked District 9 and Elysium better is because those movies were on a bigger scale, and Chappie was on a bit of a smaller scale, smaller cast. Just sort of
Yeah.
like,
And ooh,
if you
I
could
mean,
say
I remember
basically
when that
like
came out,
between
and
District
that
9 and
movie had
Chappie,
a see
Chappie was
$50
an
million
isolated
budget movie.
situation while District
Oof.
9
And it only
took
made
over the whole city.
$31 million in domestically grossed, which is not good. You can make a budget. Yeah, and it's original. Original. I liked it.
Which is a shame. That movie, I do truly love that movie. It's such a movie. Yeah, it's original, and it's honestly like you said, you liked it. You didn't
Yeah,
like it as much as the other movies, but like I think a lot of people gave it a lot of shit that was unnecessary. I truly did enjoy it. I thought the character Chappie himself was great. I thought Diane Wood, Diane Ward. I don't fucking know how to say her fucking name. I love them though. I don't know where they've gone these past few years, but anyways, um. I think it was a good movie. Something sort of more, not on such a grand scale. I think that was really good. It was original. It was good. It filmed
yeah. Let me
really
see.
well.
It was.
The
It's
the script was pretty
no,
good,
it's
and,
2 hours
just
exactly.
overall, just a good
It's a
movie
quick
to
2 hours.
watch. You know what I mean?
I would
I
say
feel like it
I would say
wasn't
it's a
that long
quick
of a
2 hours.
an hour and something
Um.
minutes.
So yeah. So again that came out. And I remember that too well because that movie came out that weird March 2015, and things were not clicking, things were not coming out, they were not doing well. This is before streaming was really what it is now. This was when Netflix and maybe Amazon Prime. That's really about it. Maybe Hulu, but that's really I mean all this kind of stuff. So it came out. I don't know. The headlines were District 9 director, blah blah blah, blah. Huge flop for Sony. This is big step back. And I was like, okay, he was 2 for 3, but yeah, I think it's still three in our opinion, in our eyes. And I remember it, dude. That movie, he Neil Blomkamp, and really was it was like he lost. I mean, he lost everything, but like he lost all these projects. He lost the Alien movie he was working on. Lost his other movies he was working on. Like he lost a lot of projects. And I think I heard him on the Joe Rogan podcast maybe during COVID. And he's a very honest dude. He was just saying like, yeah, no one wanted to touch me. He goes, no one wanted to like, no one wanted to like work with me anymore over Chappie. I was like, wow. So I think I think this is pretty. Can call it movie jail, director jail, where he had one big flop, and they were like, yeah, we're done.
Which is Which is very strange to me, like the whole jail thing for directors and everything when it comes to certain movies, because it's like
Yeah,
we have directors who've done so many big movies, right? And then for years to come, they come out with shit fucking movies, and the studios still give them the money that they want. It's very unfair when it comes to someone who messes up one time, and it's not even that bad of a mess up. Like
Beloved.
again, I do love Chappie. I think it's a good movie. I think a lot of people I think the reviews kept people from seeing it. I think, but like one movie versus the first two movies that came out that did pretty well, that were loved. Like that's unfair to just be like, oh, you made a mistake. Fuck that. Now we don't want to work with him anymore. While you have directors who are still fucking up, and you're just like, I don't want to see him create this movie. You know what I mean? Like, oh, there's this big movie coming out of this character I love, or a series, or a book, or whatever I love, and then you see a name that should never have been 1,000 yards near it, directing and writing it. Like,
Yeah,
and you're just like,
100%.
dude, he hasn't done a movie in a very long time, or she hasn't done a movie in a very long time that has ended up being really good. You know what I mean? So it's like such a weird thing to do. I think he did really good, and I don't care if Chappie didn't get a lot of love. It still did pretty well. You know what I mean? And I think it was a good idea. It was a good movie. I think it's very unfair for how they
Yeah.
did that, and I
And
think the whole thing
so now
about
he's
like
back. Now it's been
fucking
8 years since
Hollywood
Chappie,
jail is
and now he's back with
bullshit.
Gran
Because
Turismo, and a
like
movie that
there's
you and I were kind of
directors
like,
that
yeah,
me and you
we'll
have
see
loved
eventually.
and
We're like
have
rushing to go see it.
disappeared off the
I
face
wish
of
him well, man. I really
of
do.
the
I
earth
wish
off
him
of
well.
one movie.
I think he kind of got screwed because of the movie's coming out like on August 9th, and they pushed it back 2 weeks. And again, I don't know if this was the smart move, but they kept doing like special previews for it for
Yeah.
the general audience. You can see it on Tuesday, you can see it on Wednesday, you can see it on Saturdays, like back to back to back to back. I'm like, well, now you're hurting your overall box office because now people are gonna see it weeks in advance. They're trying to do like a marketing thing. Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah, word of mouth.
I think I think I think the
Hell no.
production fucked up
Hell
with
no.
that. I think because they panicked and they're like, fuck, we gotta get out there.
Right.
We gotta
Yeah.
have just, yeah, word of mouth. And that's really not such a good idea. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they could have probably done better than what they're going to when the movie fully comes out. If they didn't, yeah, if they didn't do that. If they didn't do that, they probably would have made a little bit more money. Again, it's not a movie for me.
For
I'm
it's
not
right
gonna
now
lie.
it's not good. They say right now
Might
it's
not see it.
reaching an
I might,
estimate of $10 million
maybe it might be
opening
one of those
weekend.
movies where I say fuck it, but it's not a movie that I truly
Let
anticipate
me check
myself
right
to
now. Let me see. Gran
truly see.
Turismo.
Um,
Dude. All right. Let me. I wonder if those
how
sneak
much did they
previews for the general
spend
audience that
on
you could
this
buy tickets
movie?
for will count as the box office. They should, because they did so much of them. They
Because a
should.
lot more
I don't think
movies
they
have been
will.
spending a lot more money.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, in
Let
recent
me see. Let me see.
days.
Let me see. Let
So.
me see. Let me see. Let me see. Gran Turismo budget. Shit.
Yeah, but they're
$100 million budget
no.
before marketing and advertising. Uh, so
Damn.
this is
And
what's
only 10
wow. This is
mil
what's
gold.
screen.
Damn. Bro, that's like losing a fucking foot. God
No,
damn.
he
Like
directed.
they
How to
they
direct 8 years after
dude,
Chappie. 8 years after
that's
Chappie,
a
man. This
big
needs to be his
hit.
comeback
I
story, man.
love the guy. I do. I don't think this is did he write
Man.
it? Like, was this something like, I'm so curious, or was he just hired? He got fucked.
Wow.
He got fucked. Dude, he got
Wow.
fucked.
So
No one's gonna touch him after this. No one. I love the guy, but fuck, dude, this was not the project to try to do. I would have saw that budget and been like, nah, I'm backing out. Ah, dude, they're that. a lot of people in this movie,
Yeah.
actors, production, they're taking a hit.
So
Not just with the money, like, dude, no one that's gonna fuck their careers up, bro. Not the big actors. You know what I
So
mean?
Screen
Smaller
Rant, who
actors,
I
because
read a lot
smaller
actually from
actors
them,
get
they're
affected
pretty
by
accurate
this
when it
shit
comes to
too.
stuff. They said in order for Gran Turismo to be
It's
considered a
gonna fuck
success,
them
quote
up
unquote
real
success,
badly, bro.
it
That's
needs to make
that's
at
bad
least
news.
two
That
hundred
is
million dollars
real bad news.
to be considered successful after marketing and revenue splits with theaters. Yeah, this movie ain't touching 200 mil. Man, I thought it would be 50 mil tops. 100 mil for the budget before marketing. Uh,
No, nowhere close, bro. Nowhere close. Nowhere close. Facts. That's what I thought. Dude, they fucked up.
yeah,
They
dude.
they had way too much.
Yeah,
See,
man.
that's they fucked up, and everyone's getting fucked because of that mistake. I think they that was. I don't. I fuck. I'm lost for
Yeah, no,
words,
they're not.
dude. It's
They're
shit.
not.
It's shit. It's so shit. 'Cause 100 mil. And they're only estimated to make 10, bro. They're not even gonna make that money within 20
Yeah, it's a
years.
true story.
To make, they're not that movie. Ah, fuck, dude, fuck. Because like I understand like wanting to make a movie about this person who was playing it on games and now he's big on the scene. You know, true story. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
dope. They got way too ahead of themselves, and it's not a movie that like you got. So when it comes to movies and you're making it, you gotta think about multiple things, and you also gotta think about the people that
Games,
want
yeah.
to see those type of movies. Because I, even if I saw a movie that was based on a true story, I'm not just gonna be like, oh fuck yeah, I want to go see that. Like, no, I really don't give a shit. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
into the Gran Turismo car scene. Yeah, I'm not into their games. I'm not into their whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not into that whole like race car scene, whether it's like they people that really race them, people that play the games. Like I'm not the person that plays the games. I don't watch that. That's not attractive to me. So they spent a lot of money on it. Holy shit. They
yeah.
did not think
Well,
about it. They saw this, they're like,
I hope they
great idea, and they
uh,
fucking
I really hope
head dive straight into the deep end,
they're not.
and
Yeah, no.
they are being pulled down by Jason. Like, dude, like it's not good. I'm not insulting them. I just think like number wise, like that's really bad
No, dude.
to make only 10 mil
I'll tell
after
you
spending
what,
100
too,
mil,
man.
bro. It's
I
like
really hope
you're
they
getting $1 back after paying $10 into something.
they're
Like
yeah.
it's not a good
If
trade.
they're gonna count
It's
the
really
sneak
bad.
previews that you could pay for the
So
past month, okay, to the side. I
not
think
even $1,
I
bro.
think
Like
if I
10
was
cents.
Sony or any kind of studio, I'd be very cautious. I'd be very cautious to a degree of like, hey, you know what? We can't put the blame on them entirely.
They're not.
Again, there's no one to promote this movie because of the strikes. You know, if I feel like we're not. I would hope, but I don't think they will. They're
Right.
not big blockbusters.
But that's but we're not those people.
Yeah,
I'll no you would hope, but
I don't care.
studios, man, when it comes to big dude, they
Yeah,
need
no, good point.
scapegoat.
Good
They're
point.
not gonna count that. They're gonna be like you failed, don't matter. It's like when you went to a teacher, you know what I mean? Be like, I'm sorry, like I was late to class, like this and this so happened. That teacher's gonna tell you, I don't give a shit. You
Yeah,
failed.
no,
Too
they're
bad.
fine.
You know what I mean? Like you failed the test,
You can bounce
you're
back.
fucked. Like there's studios are like those teachers, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna affect a lot of people's careers. Not the huge actors. Huge actors can take those mistakes. They get their money. They don't care. They're gonna fucking do other bigger movies that are gonna make millions of dollars. You know what I
Another
mean?
8 years.
But the smaller actors, smaller people in production, the director, like he's already like lost 8 years because no
Yeah.
one wanted to hire him. This is gonna fuck up another fuck up in his career that can't be blamed on him. Can't be blamed on him, but overall, because a movie
Yeah,
flopped,
we'll see him
no one's
another
gonna
8 years
want to.
for District 10.
No one's gonna see the
I mean, oh
circumstances
man,
of the
yeah, it sucks,
failure.
dude.
People
And
are just
it's
gonna see the failure. That's how
yeah,
the world
yeah.
works.
I
That's how
mean,
studios work. That's how companies work. It's gonna happen,
again,
and that really
it's this
fucking
weird pocket
sucks.
right now. Like I said, it's the end of the summer. Nothing's coming out. There's no marketing. Really, not a lot of marketing for it right now. I mean, they're trying to market everything. They're trying to market a lot of things. Don't be wrong. The marketing hasn't been like as strong as it should have been. But at the same time, right now, we had nothing coming out for a while, and there's no one out there to promote it either. So, yeah, man, that sucks. That sucks. I mean, if I do see it, I'll review it on the show and say, hey, it was this and that, whatever. I'll do a reaction for it. But yeah, man. I mean, well, I live next to a movie theater now, my new place, so I should go see it. But it sucks, man. I feel for the dude, and it's like, man, it's your comeback story, and 8 years of 8 years could have been what if basically, but yeah, man. I don't know. It kind of sucks. Anyway, it kind of remind. I mean, before we do our live action adaptation that we want to see, like I said, I think the dude, what he did with District 9 was incredible because he blended this really cool thing of mockumentary with sci-fi, and it was a really grounded story about aliens. And, what if aliens were treated like this? They're not dangerous. They're just misunderstood. It was a very cool thing of like, they're not typical like, oh, aliens come out to hurt America, hurt the world, eat our brains or whatever. It's kind of like a more human story to the aliens. It was kind of like more like a human, more like an emotional aspect to them. And Elysium was about, what? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and it showed like classism and racism within it all, which was really beautiful for him to do it because and I think like
Yeah.
animes do this too, I think this is why I really loved it, is that when it comes to aliens, like if they're not like the
Oh, shitty.
fucking destroy the earth super powerful people, in all reality this could truly happen to where we take charge of them and we treat them shitty because people they're shitty. Not everyone. We love you guys, but
No, it
people are
definitely,
shitty. Racism, all that classism, they
100%.
all
That's my
truly
doctor working.
exist. So
It
throw aliens in it. It's
100%.
just a different form of. It's just
100%.
it's the
She
same
agrees.
shit, just a
It
different
it
face
a
to it,
hundred
which
percent.
I
And
think
I agree
is
with
a
that. And I
really
think what
great
Elysium was,
idea to show
that's the thing.
that.
It was kind of showing like classism as well. It's showing like why have that life too? In Elysium you can get like you can cure cancer basically. You can all this stuff. You can live great, whatever. But then you live on Earth, and it's like Earth has gone to shit, and it's kind of like showing like yeah, Earth is if you don't take care of our Earth, it could be like this, wasteland. We're buying gook, kind of like Jakku in Star Wars, but how bad that planet was. It was just like you buy gook for food, whatever. So it was kind of showing that in a way of like, wow, our health is failing. We're a lot of there's cancer. There's diseases like crazy. So it sucks. I do think Chappie was again also because it was original. We both liked it. It was it was like it was unique. It was creative. I do think that man, 8 years later, then you have this movie. It's like, bro, like it sucks. And so I wish him well, but it kind of not kind of reminds me of well, but it's you said too. You don't want to send director to jail at time because some directors get out of director jail like it was one big hit. It is what it is. But some directors do take hits larger than others, and I think one of them was Josh Trank, for example. He did Chronicle.
Hmm.
Everyone fucking loved Chronicle. Everyone was talking about it. It was the movie of the year. It's so good. 10 years later, it's great, and it
Yeah.
was like the talk of the town. Like, who's this kid? This 20-something kid made this movie. It's phenomenal. It was original. The marketing for the movie was phenomenal because they didn't show you too much at all. It was kind of like cryptic in a way. It was like, okay, cool. Let's get
I
me.
still love that movie. That movie is fire.
I think it was. No, I think that one was rated PG-13. I think it was a different movie.
Yeah, facts. We snuck into that movie, which
Yeah,
was
Ames
the
Reese.
hardest fucking
She knew,
thing
dude.
we ever had to do, by the way.
She knew, man. She knew, man.
PG-13, but what was it? It was that old fucking lady that kept
It was
blocking us
always
from
packed.
movies, bro. We had to fucking sneak past her. She knew we wanted to see that shit. She was waiting in the hallway. She was waiting in the hallway, bro. Remember, I think, yeah, it was packed, right? The movie was
Nah,
packed,
dude.
and we went towards like the back a little bit, and she came in,
Don't be
and
too
she was
obvious.
looking for
Don't be too
people,
obvious.
and like me and you were, we were like, ah, fuck this bitch, like just don't, just
Dude, it would
what
be
I
the
say?
worst.
I said so. I
It would
said
be the yeah, you're
just
right.
don't.
Yeah, right. When it was during the movie, you said don't make eye contact,
Oh
don't
yeah,
look at
I
her,
said
don't be
don't be
obvious.
too
Because the
obvious, and she
worst
won't
when
know. It's like,
the
if
worst
you
is when
don't move,
when she walked
won't
up the
notice.
stairs and you're like,
Sorry,
like shit, shit.
like
I think it
that.
was no,
It was
Hangover
like
Two.
just
I remember Hangover
don't
Two
fucking
because we were like,
watch the
okay, the
movie.
movie,
She
we
was.
snuck in, we snuck in. Oh, she's not there no more.
Yeah,
Uh, I think she's there before I moved. Yeah. Go ahead.
she got
Okay.
she got kicked out, by the way, because she was hanging. No, no, no. Well, she hasn't worked there in years. Like since some point in high school, she stopped working there. Remember? But also,
Yeah.
I think like a year before you moved. Maybe two. I don't remember. We stopped seeing her for quite a while. Where we didn't have that struggle for so long.
Bro, she kept checking,
She kept
dude.
checking in the movie, and
I,
eventually her boss was like, has she came
she
up to
was,
us, we were
man.
like,
She knew she was looking for
like
us.
someone told her like, all right, that's enough, we're done, and she left. She left
No,
the
it
theater
was literally like I
because
remember
she
Hangover
kept
2, like
checking. She kept
because we
fucking
snuck in
checking. We
through
were
the
like,
side
fuck,
entrance,
bitch.
to the other theaters. It
Like,
was kind of like
dude,
our way to
I
get into the movie. We
swear she
snuck in,
was
whatever,
looking
and
for us
shows are playing. We're good
specifically
to
because
go,
that
and like,
shit was. She
and
did
then
not
the movie
leave. She
started, and we
always
see
was
her walk in.
outside our fucking
We're
theaters.
like,
Like, anyways,
shit.
back to what you
You
were
know, we're like,
talking about. Yeah.
shit, and the movie started. It was all I heard was, oh
Yeah.
shit. It was even me. You're like, oh shit. And I remember like I got so paranoid. Dude. I was like, oh no, no. You're like, Doug, don't say shit. Don't look at her. Don't
I
make eye contact.
said
You're fine.
this
You're fine.
bitch.
I was packing, dude. I was like, shit. Because we were back.
You're like, what? I said this old
Because we were
bitch.
right. Because we were back corner. Yeah. Uh,
Don't. You're like, should we leave? Should we leave? Should we? No. Fine, fine.
it was opening
No, I
day.
was like, don't fucking do
Opening
it.
day.
Just
Yeah.
watch. Ignore it. Ignore it. She can't see our faces because it was so dark.
From school.
We were in,
From our school.
and so many.
From our
We thought
school.
like people with tickets would came in because the movie was packed. Like a lot of people went to go see it, and like
A
there
lot
was
of people at
literally like
school.
2 seats left, and me and you were sitting next to each other, like with other people around us, and so like I was like, no, you're fine. Yeah.
Oh,
From our school and like
different movie.
and like just
Different
general
movie.
people in total as
Different
well.
movie.
Yeah, we saw people. Oh, that was the
Different movie.
time. Wasn't that the no? That was a different movie. Was that the
Dude.
movie where Sebastian was like, should I
Dude.
just go pour my drink on that guy? We thought, oh, different movie. Okay, never
No,
mind.
we're like,
Fans,
fuck.
ignore that. We're not going to talk about that. Maybe in the future. Not in detail though. uh, But yeah, no, we were sitting towards
Yeah, I
the
remember
back
that.
because we were like, fuck, all right. A few people got kicked out by that old
I was
lady, but
because I
we
was
were
ready. I
in a
was like, just in
good
case we
seat.
can.
Where I was like, yeah, I was like, we were in a good seat because me and you were thinking, you're like, should we go towards the
Oh,
back? I was like,
yes,
not all the
you're
way in
right.
the back because
You're
you're
right. The
like, we
pose.
should
Yep.
go sit all the way in the back. I was like,
The
nah,
pose.
we'll sit up top and not all the way in the back. Oh, fuck,
Yo,
dude.
you step out of there.
You put your feet down. I was like, put your fucking feet back up because the poles. Remember when they had the fucking pole up there? Yeah, dude, that was our favorite
Dude,
fucking seat. Whenever we could put our feet up and sit on the poles and
because
shit,
we
because
were
then
like
we
in the
can get
eighth.
out
It was
easy too at
because
that
you were in the eighth grade.
section
I was
as
in
well,
seventh grade.
trying
It
to
was
get
opening day
past
for
people.
Hangover 2.
But
I
you
was
put your
like,
feet down.
I
I
was
was
so
like, put your
paranoid.
fucking
You
feet
were
back
like,
up.
Doug, it's
You're like,
cool,
but
be cool.
bro,
And
no. I
she
was like,
came in.
put
I
your
was just like,
feet
shit.
back up.
I was
It's
like,
like
shit.
London, we're
I was
here.
like, shit. And I was like,
Like a
no,
dad
please.
just like
Yeah,
walk
and when we
faster.
started, she left. I was like, oh, thank God. I was just like, no. So I remember that fucking adrenaline, dude. I was just like, oh shit, she's gonna catch us. We're gonna get busted. I was like, God damn it. But but yeah, no, dude. Oh man, what a time. But Yeah. Okay. All right. So speak. Okay, so we talk about Neil Blomkamp. We talk about that. So this again, Gran Turismo is a live action adaptation to a degree because it is a based on a video game before the true story. So I'm asking you this: what has been really like again because live action remakes, whatever adaptations have been kind of hit or miss. What has been your favorite? You
Yeah.
think of all time like favorite live action adaptation that you've seen that kind of like does it justice? Yeah, or your favorite, just in general, your
Yeah.
favorite.
That does it justice? Oh, Jesus. Let me
Oh
think about this.
no!
Uh,
I was about to end the recording.
man. Mm, Dragon Ball Z. No, I'm joking. I'm
and
joking. That
I'm not
movie.
counting. Go ahead, go ahead.
No way, no way, no, no. That movie
I think
was
I'm not gonna count like
shit,
comic book
bro.
movies.
That
Like comic
movie was
book movies,
bad.
no, no,
Yeah.
no, no. This is a
No.
strict live action adaptation, not like a comic book MCU or DC. Like a strict live action adaptation of one certain thing, not a whole comic
It's
book
a.
of stuff.
Wait, no. What were you gonna say?
That's a good one, Joe. That's a good one, dude.
Oh, okay.
Lillard, yeah, like Lillard, yeah, yeah, man.
Okay. Scooby Doo
Oh, fuck yeah.
with Matthew Willard. That's Scooby Doo. Yeah, that's Scooby Doo. That one, both those fucking movies, one and two, does it justice. And one of my fucking favorites, and I still watch that shit to this day. And I'll watch it when I'm 60 years old. I love that shit. They brought those characters to life, and they did it so well.
No one hates
And
that
they
movie.
did kid comedy, and they did a good mixture of adult comedy, like old cartoons used to do. They still sort of do, depending on which one it is. Uh, yeah, no, that fucking movie. No one hates that movie. If you hate that movie, you hate happiness. Fuck you. Okay, that movie. Both those movies are so good. They're so good, and people are still
They're
talking about
married.
it to this day. The new generation have seen it, and it became a trend. It became trending on TikTok for a while, and Matthew Willard became, and like the two actors are, that played what's his what name? Not Velma, Daphne and Fred are married, you know what I mean? Like those two movies were so good, they're so funny. They still hold up to this day. They brought those characters to life. You know what I mean? Like they brought Shaggy, they brought Fred, they brought everyone to life, and they will
It's a
continue to
great
hold up
movie,
within the
man.
future. I
That's a
love those movies. I stand
dude.
by those movies,
I
and
literally
if you
watched.
hate
I think
those
I watched
movies,
both of them on my
stop
wedding
following us.
anniversary
No,
with
I'm
Zeke.
joking.
So like, well, might as well. We're at the hotel. Might as well watch
Don't
them.
do
And I
that.
watched it. It was a year ago,
Just
or whatever. And I
joking.
was like, this one
But
really holds up really
I will
well. I think
fight you
both of
to
them do,
death.
but that first one really holds up super well.
Good movies,
And
man.
especially that fact, like everyone was casted well. And it's crazy to think that that was one of his first big movies that he ever wrote was fucking James Gunn. Like James Gunn wrote that movie, which is something. I mean, it kind of shows too because we couldn't
Dude, they
humor
do.
ever since. And it kind of shows because he was really pushing the envelope for for a PG movie. Like a lot of the jokes, a lot of like the like the innuendos.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And we
Or
have
we
loved
go
him ever
when
since.
Isla Fisher goes, what's your name? Mary Jane goes, man, that's my favorite name ever. And it's
Like,
ooh,
Shaggy smelling the air to find his fans. Like, yeah, his people.
yeah, dude.
Really, me too. Yeah, the band when they're cooking
And
out,
that
when
also
but
really,
like
I think that
just the
movie.
band.
You
Of
look
course,
again,
it's like what's
like
happening with Shaggy
the
and
20-year
Scooby? Fucking
anniversary
smoke
last year of the
coming out of
first
the
one.
band
You go
because out
back
there
and watch
cooking,
the
but everyone
teasers
knew.
and
Like
marketing for
even as
that.
a kid,
The
you
marketing
knew
of that
what they
movie
were
is
doing.
phenomenal because
Like
they don't
that was
show
so
you
good. I
anything.
think that was
They don't show you
perfect. It was
nothing.
so
And the
great.
first teaser, I remember watching this teaser on my Batman Beyond Return of the Joker VHS. I'm edging myself. And I put that on my VHS one time, and the trailer for the first Scooby Doo is it's if you find it, it's on YouTube too. It's brilliant. It's just really brilliant marketing. It's like they're showing like kind of like a Wayne Manor kind of thing. He was like he's a hero in the darkness, and they go into the house, kind of like again it's all dark, thunder's going off, and kind of spooky a little bit, and they kind of like go up the stairs. One hero will save us all, and from the back of the camera goes to the back, and it looks like Batman's cowl, his like the ears, whatever, right? And I hear right, and I hear the scritch, and he goes Scooby Doo, and he goes me no, and he goes Scooby Doo coming soon 2002. End of trailer. I'm like brilliant marketing, brilliant marketing, brilliant marketing,
Yeah. Oh, I remember this.
brilliant marketing. Didn't show you shit.
Oh,
Everybody.
dude, so good. So good. I remember that. That's when marketing was on top of their game for trailers. Dude, that was so good. Didn't show you shit, but all you saw was Scooby Doo, and guess who wanted to fucking see that shit? Every fucking kid, everybody too. And I was just, oh my god. And then Scooby Doo 2 was announced later on. People wanted to see that. Those movies did well. I
Oh, that
love
first,
those
yeah,
movies
man, the
to this
OG one,
day.
man.
And
Yeah.
also, I want to do
Wow.
an honorable mention since you said anniversary, since August 21st was the 25th anniversary of a movie that we do love, but you said it won't count because of comic books, is Blade. 25 motherfucking years ago. Yes, sir. With Wesley Snipes, motherfucker. Honorable mention. I love that shit. I still do. I find it fucking hilarious. It's a good mixture of like action and just bringing that character to life.
Yeah.
They did so well. Cinematography is so good. I don't care what anyone says. I love all three of them, but number one will
Brilliant.
always be my
Brilliant,
fucking
dude.
first love, a Blade. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know who Blade was because you're a kid. Your parents aren't gonna fucking show you the comic books. My dad did. You know what I mean? But they showed me that movie for some fucking hour. I saw it. You know what I mean? And that opening scene, by the way, was fucking fire, dude. There hasn't been a scene like that to pull me into a movie ever. Ever. With the fucking club.
Brilliant, dude.
And then the fucking rain of blood. And then music. And then they're all about to attack. And then music
Dude,
stops
that
and
Blade
there's
opening scene is
motherfucking
like
Blade. Like,
it's
oh
brilliant.
my
That's why I don't think the
god, bro!
MCU is
Like,
ever going
come
to touch that.
on,
MCU is ever
this
going
shit's
to
fire. That
come close to that.
fucking lights of
I love
firing, dude. I'm sorry, that shit is great. That's an honorable fucking mention, bro.
PG-13, man.
All those movies,
PG-13.
Scooby Doo 1, 2, and Blade, fucking love them.
Nope. And seriously,
Fuck no, especially
nope.
since they fucked the new Blade up with making PG-13.
He's not.
It's like
I
making. They
remember when they
tried it
announced
with
it.
Deadpool, and we saw the fucking effects of that. That didn't go well. They should never have
Yeah.
PG-13 it. They should have kept it rated
Dude,
R. Blade is not a
that movie, quick
PG-13
tangent, that movie
character.
got announced like 5 years
He's not
ago, and I remember you were like,
at
"Are you
all.
hyped?" And you were like, "No, he already
I
said." I was
know
like,
the
"No." And
actor's
you go back
gonna
to the
act his
recording. Kevin
ass
Feige, he
off
goes,
like they
"Nope." He goes, someone says,
fucking
"Is it gonna be rated R?"
Tom
And he goes,
yeah, Tom
"No,
Hardy and
PG-13," and
Venom.
you're gonna like
You know
it.
what I mean?
And every you text me, you go,
But
"I'm out." I was like, "What?" You go,
they
"Love
fucked it.
love you go, I love Mahershala Ali, bro. I'm out." I was like, "Really?" You go, "Nope." I was like, "Oh, you have a good point." It's not.
Yeah. I'm out. Because you can't do that to certain characters. Blade is not PG-13, so like, what are they gonna do? Like, it's vampires, there's sex, there's drugs, there's It's an adult fucking comic book movie where like vampires run this world of like, darkness to it. That's what the first Blade movie showed. The clubs, drugs, the sex, like all that. They showed that. The blood was crazy because it's needed. He does not hold back. He's killing vampires. And they don't hold back because they're killing people. They're vampires. They don't give a shit. They're not going to glitter in the sun. They're going to fucking burn. You know what I mean? Like, for fuck's sake. So it's like PG-13, what's going to happen?
So,
they're not going to show the kills.
For mine, I'm going to
vampires
go with...
are just going to dust.
I was going through a lot.
Flames.
I was like, man, and I was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? There's been some good live action stuff that I've been like, okay, like, I don't want to do like comic book or superhero stuff. I'm like, that's kind of like, it's a pretty generic answer, but I wanted to do what kind of like dive
your
deep.
Turn.
There's a lot to pick from. I was kind of going through a lot. I think Last Airbenders. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. love you, M Night, but damn, you fucked that shit up. Yeah, this it's more of a. Someone said Space Jam, and I said no. That's more of a hybrid. It's more of a hybrid kind of movie. It's more of a hybrid. I'm gonna go with actually. I'm gonna actually you know what I have two in my mind. Well, this one. I'm gonna go with the Jungle Book remake. And I'll tell you why. Jungle Book remake, out of all the remakes that Disney has done, is by far the best. 2 words. Jon Favreau.
Space Jam,
this man directed the hell out of this movie. Savior, dude. He directed. I was kind of like a Jungle Book. I loved the one growing up too. I was like, you know what? I was like, live action one. A great cast: Idris Elba, Lupita Nyong'o, Bill Murray, Christopher Walken, Scarlett Johansson, Giancarlo Esposito. The list goes on and on and on. I'm like, wow, this is a great cast. Like, holy shit.
Of movies.
What really sold me was that, wow, it looked phenomenal. This is 2016. It looked phenomenal. The photorealism looks amazing. The visual effects are amazing. This is when you don't rush your VFX artist at all. It shows how amazing work how it can look like, getting quality over quantity. But it captures something really special of like about being lost in the world. Where do you belong? You don't really belong anywhere. I think the original had that too with the cartoon, but it's how Jon Favreau was able to kind of like recreate that, but make it more updated and really kind of like show that same story of like, hey, I don't fit in the world. Where do I belong? My own, my mother, who's plays by a wolf, loves me for who I am, but my father doesn't like me. Where do I belong? Who can I hang out with? Who's trying not to eat me, whatever, or destroy who I am? And I think everyone's casted to a T, from the boy to Ben Kingsley playing Bahira, Idris Elba playing Shahir Khan. It's like, it's perfect casting. What really sold me was Bill Murray as Baloo. And I was like, okay. As soon as I heard Bill Murray sing The Bare Necessities, I was like, my heart felt so warm. I had goosebumps seeing that. I remember seeing it with Fletcher. When we moved here to AZ. And I was just like, oh, I had a tear in my eye because it was like, it touched my heart, like my child. But Bill Murray did a great job singing The Bare Necessities, made it more kind of like his own thing. And it was just perfectly casted. It was just a really beautiful movie. And I truly think that all the other live action movies that Disney has done have gone downhill. I don't blame any of the actors, whatever. I think they're all kind of cash grabs, if you ask me. And Favreau did Lion King too. I know, but I think Favreau did a better job with Jungle Book than he did with Lion King. Again, they did great with both, but I do think what he did with Jungle Book is remarkable because it was just really amazing. It had so much emotion. It was just a soundtrack, the visual effects, cinematography. The list goes on and on. It looked beautiful to look at, and everyone was just casted perfectly to a T. So I just love that movie so much. I think it's probably one of my favorite Disney movies, if not favorite Disney live action movies. Favorite live action adaptation that kind of pays tribute to the original, but it's its own movie at the same time. And my honorable mention is going to be kind of like an out there one, is Fat Albert. I know. That's an out deep cut. It's an out there option. But man, I absolutely love I love them.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I forgot about that.
Kenan Thompson, that was before he kind of blew up on SNL. Before we knew him from Kenan and Kel and all that and Good Burger.
I'm sorry, I
But
love
this is
that
kind of
shit.
like
That
to
shit
me
was
as a
so
kid,
good.
I was like, oh,
Remember the party?
it's a guy from Good Burger. Like, that's from Kenan and Kel. So it was like, oh wow, he's Fat Albert. And again, obviously now with Bill Cosby and stuff like that, that has not aged well, unfortunately. Especially his little cameo. But for some reason, as a
Yeah.
it's not, but like as a kid, I remember my dad. I remember seeing my dad. I was like, I loved it because it was like, it was so silly, it was so goofy. Or there's a lot. Again, I think I watched it like in college randomly when I was drinking or something. Like, I watched this because why not? It's Tuesday night, whatever, or the
But
weekend.
it's
I'm
not
watching
about
it,
him.
and there's a funny line where the mushmouth goes. "Bah, bah, 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 bah," and then, like you said, and the guy goes, "Hey, you watch your mouth." And it cracks me up. I don't know why it cracks me up, dude. It just does, and it's like I don't know why it's so funny, but everyone in that movie is like, I know it's just it's a lot of joy to it. The party scene when they're rapping is like really kind of catchy. It's fire, dude. Yeah, they were so into it. Mama rap, yeah, literally. It really
Having
did.
him rap, oh dude, that
Really,
shit
really pretty
still
mumble
tickles
rap.
me to this day.
Um,
It's
yeah,
just like
man. I
you don't
really
understand what he's saying. I was just like,
I
bro,
really do like that movie a lot. It was a big
Fat
part of my
Albert predicted
childhood.
mumble rap.
I don't know, from Omarion is in it playing Reggie, Danielle Ramirez, who's gorgeous, she's in it. It's like everyone is really casted very well in that movie too. So it was a big part of my childhood. So that's my honorable mention for sure is Fat Albert. But quick shout out to before we close out. I would say this also. I think the Cruella live action adaptation is really good too.
Hmm.
Yeah,
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 facts. Oh, dude. Cruella, I'm gonna also mention
yeah.
Maleficent. I love that one, not gonna lie. Maleficent and Cruella were so
Dude,
amazing.
that was
And oh my
it's so
God,
good.
dude. You were telling me
That
about
was
Cruella because I didn't watch it
that
for a
was
while.
my
And I was
I
like,
think that was
fuck
my
it, let me
second or
watch this
third
because you
date
keep
with
telling me like,
Zayna
bro, you're
actually. Our
fucking
third date was
up.
the
And I
movies,
watched
and
it
she
and I
wanted
was
to
like,
go see
oh
it. And
my
it was kind of like
God, that
it was the
was
Alamo Draft House. We don't have that anymore in AZ, but we have it in
amazing.
Chicago. They're
Those
all over the
those are
country.
so good.
We go
Oh
there,
my
you get
God.
food and get drinks, like
Like
really good craft
I
beer and stuff like that. Really
need
good
to watch
food.
it
It's
again.
a little pricey, but
It's
it's
so
good. But
good, yeah.
it was our third date, and I was kind of like, I don't want to see this movie. I was kind of again, I let her again, you know what I mean? You let her pick the movie, and I was kind of like, yeah, I'll see it when I was, I love Emma Stone. She's my favorite actress. We'll see. I was like, it's gonna be, she's beautiful. And I was kind of like, we'll see, we'll see. And I was like, I don't know. And I remember halfway through, and I was like, wow, I fucking love this movie. And it surprised me because I was kind of like, right? I was kind of like, oh, another cheap ass live action adaptation, another cash grab. And then it's like, come on. And Disney Plus, the same
So
shit HBO
fun.
Max did, day and day release. You can pay $30 to go see it or watch it at home. And I'm like,
Gorgeous.
you're hurting your movie, man. You're hurting your product. But I digress. But it caught me off surprise about how much, and I was like, "This movie fucking rules.
Same.
This movie's phenomenal." And I'm thinking about like, bro, listen,
Yeah.
this movie's proved me wrong. You're like, I gotta watch it. You're like, fuck, you were right. And I was like, yeah. When a movie catches you off guard, you're kind of like, okay, I see. I was like, okay, I see. I see now. Right, exactly.
Yeah. And I think we were so I
Oh,
think why it wasn't only just like we felt like it was a cash grab type of movie, but we also couldn't see like what direction they could take this in to
for
make us be
sure.
like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Because you're just like it's Cruella. Who the fuck cares? Like what are they gonna do? But the writing and Emma Stone, they everyone everything about this movie they killed it, and Emma Stone brought that shit to life. Like she really did. Like she just. Oh my god, it was so good, bro. Like, and I was watching it, and I was like, I watched it, just check it out, whatever. And I'm watching it, and I could feel myself getting more. All right, shit. And like at some point, I loved it.
It
I was like,
really caught me
fuck,
off
dude, I
guard.
really love this movie. Like I texted you in the middle. I was like,
and everything, the
fuck,
acting,
you're
the
right. I'm not
cinematography,
even done with
the
this
production design
movie.
of that movie is
And I love
flawless.
it. Like, bro, it was so
it
good.
is remarkable. But I remember
my friend Kim
for the
yelled
years
at me
before
because she
that,
was
the
like, "You
costume design
haven't
is
watched
phenomenal.
Cruella? What the
I
fuck?"
just remember the
This and
year. I
that.
just remember
She's
the
like, "Shame
years
on you."
before it was
But
released, and I
it
was
was so
like,
good.
"Why are they making this movie?" I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "This is just gonna be stupid." And sure enough, man, being proven wrong. It was just like, "Wow, this is good." Emma Stone. Yeah,
Yeah.
so true, dude. I was like, "Whoa," and I was like, "Okay." I really in that movie again. My third date was Ada, and I was just like, you know what? Good choice. I was like, I stand corrected. I was like, shit, not bad, not bad. So as my quick shout out, but I think those could be
Same.
all our 1-on-1s this week. Yeah,
They shut us
we give a
the
lot of
fuck up.
recommendations. Thank you. I can't think of anything on the radar. I was doing my research before the show. Thank you for bringing this up. Always catching me when I had things
Yeah,
to mention.
but
Thank you. I brought it up in our group chat too.
one more thing before we leave. Is there any live action movies
I
that
know.
you want to be seen made or that are
He's probably doing his
being
math right
made
now.
that will be coming out?
I mean, yeah, you know he's in bed. You know he's in bed. You know he's in bed.
Yeah.
You know he's
Always
cuddling a
try to
DVD
leave
of
me
Batman v
dead, try to
Superman.
end this. Because Nick's not here.
Yeah, Henry Cavill.
Right? No, he's already knocked the fuck out in
Good
his
night,
bed,
Henry.
man. Cuddling Mr. Cuddling Mr. Pooh Bear, you know what I'm saying?
You know what's a really good one that I don't think they ever cracked correctly, but they have to do the original series.
He's cuddling a stuffed
the
Superman.
TV movie was fine,
with
but
the
as now
Superman
aged well,
covers and his
is
onesies.
Ben 10. Those movies were ass. I'm sorry. As a kid, oh, cool. You watch them again, you're like, ooh, these are atrocious. Um, yeah. You all know too. Speed Racer broke my heart. My dad and I used to watch Speed Racer and play Speed Racer when I was a kid. That broke my heart. Um, yeah, I would
Oh
say
yeah, I hated the movie.
maybe I watch it again. It's been years, man.
Absolute
It's
dog
surely been
shit.
years. But I would really love them to read to like do Ben 10, like really like Ben 10, but like just like make it like really like make it like a kind of like a Stranger Things
Which
almost,
people,
you know?
by the way,
Everything's not
now are
this thing.
loving it
Like
on
do the
TikTok for quite a
original
while now.
series, not Ben 10 Ultimate, whatever that was ridiculous. That was garbage. But the original series of Ben 10, like the original, like that first series before he grew up, whatever, because the aliens he had were way cooler too, like way cooler, way kind of more. They were more OP, as we say when we play Call of Duty. They were pretty OP. So I would go with Ben 10, the original series. Make it a theatrical movie would be great, but like do like maybe a streaming movie, but like make it like Stranger Things, you know, kind of just like put like a thing twist to it. Make it like a PG-13 almost. Or you can do R, but I think R would be a little too much. But PG-13, Stranger Things, like almost like a it kind of thing, and like you know, like really dive into like or not a movie or a show too. Like really do like you know space it out. Like do each episode like it's like a different alien he can pick from and go from there because it's really cool what they can do with that lore and mythology, but they never cracked it to be live action. So mine would be Ben 10. What about you? Yeah. Yep.
So One Piece is coming out next week on Netflix. Henry Cavill's currently working on a Warhammer 40k show. So I'm gonna go with an
Oh,
old,
interesting.
old
Okay.
TV show that I know
Interesting.
you
Okay.
probably either don't remember or forgot about, and when you hear
Huge.
the name, you'll remember it. I'm gonna go with at least one movie. I don't want it to be a show, but a movie. I want it to be a live action movie of gargoyles because CGI has come a long way, and that's such an old show, and a lot of people loved it. I loved it back in the day. I forgot about it until my friend sent me like a picture or like a little video of it talking about it. But Gargoyles was a great show, sort of a little bit
That would
scary
be
for a
cool.
kid,
That
not
would be
gonna
cool.
lie.
Wow, yeah,
Like it was a
deep
little
cut. I
scary,
like
but also
that.
drew you in.
Deep cut.
I feel like
I
it would be a dope move
I had another
thing
one
to
I was gonna
do,
do in my
but a little
the
bit
honorable
more
mention,
adult
but
this
I'm
time.
always
So
worried with
not
live
aimed
action
at kids,
adaptations,
but
man,
for
because you gotta have the
adults.
right people
About
involved.
gargoyles. I think that would be really dope to see as a live action movie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh,
Facts. Because I saw the guy that they put for Shanks for One Piece, and I was like, ooh, people are excited. I'm like, yeah, I'm a little because I'm not too sure about Luffy, and I'm not too sure about Shanks, which is I know a lot of like the anime fans are probably gonna be coming at me if they hear about this. I'm not 100% sure about them, so I'm not like I was iffy as fuck when I heard One Piece live action movie, and ooh, or show actually. Movie or
you
show? I forget.
probably couldn't
Anyways,
pitch a
I think
live
it's a
action
movie.
Johnny
It
Bravo
might be
anymore,
a
huh?
show. I don't really remember. I think it's like a short series. But yeah, I was iffy
Oh,
about it. I
100%.
still am a little iffy. I'm gonna watch it.
100%.
I'm gonna support it, obviously, because I'm a big One Piece fan.
I
But
would
yeah,
crack the
we'll see
window.
how that goes.
Well, yeah. we we I
Absolutely
don't want to watch
not.
it. I don't want to watch it.
I would
Dude.
watch it though, not gonna lie. I would want to see that shit. Some buff 17-year-old walking around
They
being a
could.
womanizer. That shit
They
would be
could.
hilarious. Johnny Bravo. Oh my god. Who? I wonder how they do the spins because they gotta have the spins. If they don't have the spins, it's not Johnny Bravo. Oh, maybe a live action
Oh
of
my
Bo 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 Bo
god.
Bo 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 Bo.
You're the crazy one. Crazy one.
Dude, the longest fucking title. People thought I was fucking nuts
Man.
talking about that as a
Oh
kid,
my
dude.
god,
Be like,
dude.
what the fuck did you just
Oh
say?
my
Bo bo bo
god.
bo 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 bo. That's what the name of the show is. Look it up, bitch.
This is
Like,
why
don't look at me like I'm crazy.
this is why we reached 10,000 followers, by the way.
You're a crazy one.
This is
Bo
why
bo
we
bo bo
reached.
bo 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 is a man with an afro who fights with his mustache, bitch. Respect the name.
And that's the show, guys. That's the show. That's the show. That is the show. Oh, all right.
Uh,
One thing. It's a show. One Piece is a show. It's a show. It's gonna be 8 episodes.
I made myself cry. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. Hold on. Back to
Look,
professionalism.
let me look. I'll find it right now.
That's it. That's what we're ending
What?
on. Bo, bo, bo,
It's
bo, bo, bo.
Netflix for me, man.
Anyways,
They spend so much they can't fucking make returns, man.
yeah, it's 8 episodes and like what, like 500. How? They spent a lot of money on it. They dropped bank on it. I'm not
So
joking. They spent a lot of money
it's
on
18
each
million per
episode.
episode, which is even
No, they
more than
can't.
Game of Thrones
But this
and
movie,
Mandalorian.
it's a smart idea because One Piece has a cult following. Like the fans are growing as time goes on. I am one of those fans. People are gonna support it. They're gonna watch it.
All right, so
Like I said, they drop bank on it, bro.
so the so the
which is crazy, but understandable because One Piece has such a huge following in not only America, like all like a lot of different countries. One Piece has a gigantic following. The show's been on for like 20 years or so.
So
I forget how long it's
the
been on,
budget,
but
entire
the
budget
show's
of the
been on for
show
a very long
before
time. They're
marketing,
still
before
going. The
marketing,
season's not even done yet. A new
144,
episode's coming out
144
Saturday. I
million
think that
dollars
might be
for the
the
entire
last
season
episode or the
before
one after
marketing.
that. I don't really remember, but not like the end of the series, but the end of the season because there's still more
But
to
how?
fucking
Because
come.
Netflix
It's
has no
crazy.
returns.
Yeah, they got a giant following.
Yeah, I wonder. I would like to. Oh, true.
Like I said, they're gonna make money off
I
this
believe it.
movie, off this show series. Yeah, no, they don't. But viewership, it grows, and a lot of people are probably have bought Netflix accounts that are anime lovers and love One Piece. Like probably in Japan, dude, the marketing in Japan is huge. No joke. Like you're walking by it like for building on building on building. Motherfuckers in Japan are buying Netflix
Yeah.
accounts. They're ready.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers on, dude.
It's
I'm
gonna be
on.
it's gonna be interesting.
Like I be
It's gonna be
seeing on
interesting how to
social
see how
media,
see how this
fucking
does. But
Instagram,
yeah,
TikTok. Like
I
people
wonder if
are
they're gonna
talking
release the
about it.
facts
People
like how
are
many people signed
hyped.
up for One Piece.
Like they're buying
But
their
they
accounts.
probably
They've
won't.
already bought it.
They
They
don't share
haven't
that
touched
stuff,
it. Maybe
unfortunately,
maybe they
which they
have.
should.
I
But
don't know. But
again,
people
I
are
digress.
hyped for it, and like
All right, my
there's
friend,
just
you want to take us home?
pictures of scenes. Like people are so excited.
Sure. Guys, as always, you can find the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, your favorite podcast platform of choice, as well as our YouTube page, youtube.com/
Yeah,
Midway Avenue
maybe.
Productions. We have a Instagram, TikTok, same thing, at Midway Avenue
Yeah.
Productions. You hit our follow button both on those social medias as well. We have a website.
Yes,
I'm trying to update
sir.
probably
Go
update the
ahead
website a
and
bit
plug your.
more. As try to add a review, add our audio reviews here and there. So bear with us. We have no screens to announce at the moment, but stay close. Hopefully, we have some cool things to announce, some more giveaways this upcoming fall movie season. You can find me at on Instagram at the Young Jones, and on Twitter, or X is it calling now, at Capri_Sun SON. Yep, no, no, that was it. That was it. And to you, my friend, and to you. Damn it! Stick to the script. We'll fix it in post. We'll fix it in post.
Still alive? Oh, okay. Like, usually you say, all right. Sorry. Thank you. You missed your cue, mo. Anyway. It's live. We can't go back. Fuck it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Anyways, you guys can follow me on Instagram and TikTok and Twitch at the OG Cuban Rican. I have not posted on Instagram or TikTok yet because I don't
One
have the
thing, by the way,
means to like
to everyone
record
listening,
little
support
snippets
your
of
local
my
cinemas on
stream.
Sunday. It's $4 movie day.
But Twitch,
National
please
Movie
do
Day on Sunday.
follow
Everything's
because I have been
$4.
seeing
Everything
more
from
and more
IMAX
people
to
like stop
4DX
by
to
my live stream.
regular
So
showing.
if
So
you
if you want to see a
hit
movie, you
follow
want to see
and
an
talk to
Oppenheimer
me in
yet, you want to see
chat, I'm
Barbie yet, you want to see
all
Gran
down for
Turismo
conversations
or
of anything you
anything,
guys want to talk about.
National Cinema Days on Sundays. That's $4.
Anything.
Literally
Not
every
yeah.
theater across America,
What did you say?
in every format too. So putting it out there for our listeners.
Yeet. Yes, sir. So support your
Mm-hmm.
local cinemas. Go to Lincoln theater, motherfuckers. Watch an old ass movie theater. Watch a new movie theater. I don't fucking care. All I'm saying is support your movies and tell other people about National Cinema Day. Anyways, yeah, you can follow me on Twitch. I've been streaming a lot more, and soon Starfield, Liza P, and Payday 3 will all be coming out next month. And your boy Doug will be playing Payday 3 with me and a few of my other homies as well. So, come stop by, talk to us, see how we are stupidly on every subject we talk about. See us game together. We argue a lot. So, yeah. Also, one more thing. Please do comment on anything you follow us on. We do love to talk to you guys. We would love to have more of a rapport with you. So please do not be afraid to comment on what you think about us on our Instagram or anything like that. We would really love to hear your feedback of what we could do better on our podcast or just in general, or if you want to hop on a conversation or get us to talk about a topic that we have not even probably thought of. So yeah. And please remember to follow us and subscribe on everything that you listen to us on. Anyways, gonna close it out now by saying thank you for joining us on the journey through our opinions, our thoughts, our views, and our ramblings on about the entertainment industry, movies, actors, directors, and so on and so forth. We truly do love you guys so much for joining us on this journey. It's been so fun. You guys have made this very, very possible, and for us to keep going and doing it, and to see that more and more of you are following and listening and enjoying, means the world to us. So thank you. Hope you guys have a safe and good night, day, evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. We love y'all. Tell someone you love them. Give them a hug. We love you guys. So, auditorio hug from us. Y'all can't feel it, but we're hugging the air right now. Anyways, have a good one. We love y'all. Deuces.